I'll make you famous.
Because I'm a cowboy! Oh, man!
And now, your mama knows.
29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
What are you, fucking nuts? You thought... You just...
Subscribe to the most epic channel on YouTube for live streams every week. Daily videos. Subscribe. Bruce, unleash the baby god dragon.
What's going on, guys? It's another show we got today, and usually the Xbox fan base is kind of panicking when the show comes on because we just cover whatever, and usually it's always some negative Xbox stories, and Xbox fans are like, we don't want no part of it, and then people are arguing, going back and forth, blah blah blah. But today, it might be the PlayStation community that doesn't want any bit of keeping it real with the cowboy. So guys, this video, this show is gonna be epic. Why is that, you ask? Well, there was a little message that was sent out not that long ago that the community's been going crazy on, and it was, is PlayStation going multi-plat? Because there was a job posting that was posted out, and so I know we're going to talk about that. That might just be the main event, as FCAT likes to call it. But guys, we got a lot of stuff going on in the world. Last week was sad, man. A bunch of people passed away last week. And that was, the show was on Tuesday. So since then, craziest thing happened is I remember, when we were talking about all the people that passed away, I was literally going to say the two biggest icons of my lifetime is Michael Jackson and Hulk Hogan. And I was literally going to say, you know, when Hogan died, it's going to be crazy. And it's crazy. I just kept that to myself because, you know, I'm not wishing death on nobody. And then Hulk Hogan dies. So definitely want to get into that a bit as well. Wow. Just wow, right? So I don't know. There's a lot to talk about, but we're going to get into it. And remember, you guys are allowed to bring your topics as well. So if there's anything that you're interested in, definitely let us know, whether it's in the comments, whether you're on the panel. I'll put the link in a few, and then anybody can click on that link and be a part of the panel. Just don't come on here with any nonsense. But if you're new to the channel, I do gaming, vlogging, podcast, movie reviews, product reviews. I've been vlogging my life on this channel since 2011. Every birthday, Christmas, Valentine's Day, even my honeymoon in Mexico, swimming with sharks was all on this channel and more. So yeah, definitely check the channel out. Want to thank a bunch of people who've been watching my recent videos. I put out a video because I purchased the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold. I said my mailman, it just popped up. So the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 7. He just took my GameFly. I just returned damn, what the hell was that game I just had? I didn't even play it that much. Oh, Killing Zone 3. All right, Killing Floor 3. Anyway, sorry, I got cut off track. But yeah, so I bought the Samsung Z Fold 7, and man, they took a bunch of steps forward, but they took a bunch of steps back. So for me, I didn't want to keep it, so I returned it. So a lot of times you could check out this channel because I feel like I'll play video games, I'll buy products, I'll do a lot of stuff that you guys may want to do. I'll take the hit for it, and you guys could kind of live vicariously through me. And you know, but luckily I was able to return it. So but man, that video did great. It's called Timing. You know, I got it the day it came out, or maybe the day before it came out. Got to check it out. After 2 days, I was like, you know what? I tried everything, tested out, made a great video, put it out, and I think that video now, I know it's over 2,000 views now. So definitely that was cool. Also, I got the watch. I returned that as well because I just love this one. It wasn't better for me. Yeah, like you could talk to it and do some of the new stuff, but yeah, I returned that as well. So that got a lot of views too. So thank you guys for that. And if any new people came from those videos that are watching, thank you for being here. So with that being said, I think I said everything I needed to say. Just get a little pump right here. I probably got up the weights a little bit. I don't like to lift super heavy, but probably got up that a bit. Actually, I'll do it now so I don't forget. Oh yeah, I definitely. All right. Anyways, with that being said, let's get into the show. Oh, let me. This is fun. Right, you know what? Let me put this up. This thing is like bent upside down, and I don't want to put it in like that. All right, there we go. All right. So with that being said, let's get into the show. I'm gonna grab a chair. I hope you grab a chair because it's gonna be epic. And that's for one reason and one reason only. Because I'm a cowboy! Oh, man. I had to bring that back. You know. Anyway, so let's go to the chat, see what you guys are talking about. My guy, Maker of Chaos, rest in peace, Ozzy. You know, Maker, you're $1 late. No, $1 short and a day late. Man, you should have been here last week, man. All the people who passed away, dude, you would have been in rest in peace, rest in peace, rest in peace, rest in peace, rest in peace. But rest in peace, Sony exclusives. It's about to get crazy. It's gonna get crazy. All right, so let me throw the I'll throw the link in the chat so anybody could join. Oh, look at that. FCAT is right on time. Jeez. All right, so let me throw the link out there. Also, I'm gonna get into some non-gaming stuff a little bit first. I don't have much. All right, to join the show. All right, there's a link. Now, what I want to get into is, remember last week I talked about, or maybe it was 2 weeks ago, the guy who had the Annabelle doll and he actually passed away. That was crazy enough, right? Let me see. I think I am on the wrong thing. And so anyway, I watched the video and it was him actually discussing, all the issues he had with the Annabelle doll. And it's crazy that the dude passed away, right? So I wanted to pull this video up. And I know Mr. Urban World told me, you know what, this isn't bad. All right, so give me a moment. Let me share this video. Hope you guys are doing good today. I'm just going to share the part where the guy who had that doll that passed away. I want to share his part. So check this out.
Annabelle, a doll that many people believe is possessed by an evil spirit. And just last
Also for your protection. Case for
my thoughts at the end.
I built this case for my protection and also for your protection. There's 3 crosses on here that represents the Trinity, the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. There's 2 St. Michael plaques on each side. Behind Annabelle, behind the felt, inscribed in the wall is the Lord's Prayer. Infused in the stain is holy water and holy oil. And then we have a priest that comes in once a month and does a blessing on the museum, does the binding rituals and everything. Before I used to handle Annabelle, I used to just put a blanket around my arms to move her. And that wasn't enough. All right, I got into a real bad car accident the first time I moved her. And then there was other things that happened, and I didn't realize till maybe like a year later, until my wife said something. Dan, have you noticed every time you move that doll, something happens? So Wade went ahead and had these gloves made for me.
Man, so he said every time he moved the doll, something crazy happened. Car accidents, and it's wild that this led up to this.
In each finger, there's a blessed metal. St. Michael, St. Benedict, St. Michael, St. Benedict. And then we have the crosses on each side. And then these were blessed at St. Patrick's Cathedral in New York. Wade did this for me for my protection.
Now, first of all, I think it's generous.
So pretty much, I just wanted to get that part with all the stuff he was saying that he did, and tried to bless he had the gloves blessed. The glove had different pieces of metal in it and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, so sounds crazy, but yeah, he actually passed away right after handling the Annabelle doll. So I didn't look up to see like what was the causes, was they natural or not, but the dude was only 35 years old, so thought that was crazy. But anyway, let's bring in hold on, SPG in the building. SPG, PlayStation needs a blessing, dude. Hey man, woo, we're gonna get into it. So usually Xbox, man, are the ones that's always having like the crazy news, but I think today, the PlayStation fans might be a little bit rattled. So, and if you ever thought of a PlayStation fan, you can't have PlayStation and not have this guy. Actually, you can't have PlayStation and not have the next 2 guys that I'm bringing on. So with that being said, coming in red hot is none other than a guy who bleeds blue, because he is that PlayStation gamer. TPG.
What's up, man?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Pretty good. I'm got to start changing my name from TPG to that gamer, because PlayStation's dead, remember?
Dude, it's crazy, but just don't say nothing. We're gonna get into it. Let's get right into it. Let's bring in the guy. When I go like this, I'm pointing to the north, because he is none other than the White Walker master himself. The guy from the north. When he walks, everything freezes, because he's nothing but also Captain Canada himself. Real Diggs is in the building. Let's go.
Boom,
Real
boom,
Diggs, what's
boom.
going on?
King of the North. King of the North.
What's going on, everybody? We are here to talk some games and chill out. Thanks for having me, as usual. You know I like to come hang out. Oh, there we go. Yeah. What up, TPG? Cowboy, hope you guys are doing well.
Yes, sir. Glad to have you on here as usual, man. Rudies, how long is you here now?
Oh man, this is a good length for sure. You can never tell exactly how long it is. It kind of just does this. But if I brush it out, yeah, that's going down to the nips. Yeah, it's a good length. I think the last time I cut it was pre-COVID, so this thing's been growing for a long time.
Dude, you're about to pull up Bianca Belair. Just get it braided. You can use it as a whip.
You see, I have tried to have my hair braided, but it's just way too curly for that. Like, it just, like, busts out of the braids.
Right. Oh, man. All right, well, look, guys, let's bring in the dastardly individual himself. The guy whose sole purpose in life, I swear, is just to annoy and antagonize and troll and trigger everybody he comes across. This guy, he doesn't care about PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo. He doesn't care about nothing. He is none other than F the Cat. F-Cat, what's going on, man?
Yo,
I was rocking to that, man.
you got me
Why you
loud and clear?
Stop my vibe.
All right. We're gonna need to play the console war video, I guess.
Whew, are we? Yes, we will. But I just want to say what's up to you, man. Have you on here. Just want to say I appreciate you, man. You know, I try to escape this whatever it is, you know, the video game stuff. I mean, I love talking gaming, but there's a way you do it in a certain way. You know, you bring up your topics, you got them ready, a file, and I just want to say, man, people love it, bro. So I just want to thank you for not giving up on your craft. And I kind of saw the light where I'm like, you know what, we can still do this, you know, because there was a moment where I was trying to escape. So I just wanted to say thank you for that, man. You know, and so with that being said, let's bring back on TPG. Brew Digs in the building. And so before I do that, though, before we go into gaming, which we will, I don't have much. What do you guys think about the guy who passed away that was handling the Annabelle doll recently before he passed? You guys believe in this stuff? Because last week or 2 weeks ago, I brought it up, but this week I got to play the clip of him actually talking about how much effort he went into to like have blessed the gloves, and he realized, like, you know, one year he had a car accident and his wife would be like, since you started handling this doll, there's always bad stuff happening. I think he was only 35 years old and then he died. What are you guys' thoughts on that?
I think this shouldn't be an Annabelle doll. This should be a Chucky doll. Then it makes more sense.
Okay. They say the Annabelle doll in real life is the most haunted, the most possessed doll, you know, in the world.
That's just like I'm sorry, that's some paranoid shit. Like, how is a doll gonna do anything to you?
Well, I'll say this. It just depends. If you believe in it, you believe in it. If you don't, you don't. So, you know, it's like somebody saying God isn't real, and somebody look at you like, what? So.
And by the way, if this thing's so haunted, why don't they just fucking burn it and be done with it?
Oh, come on now. You can't do that. If that's why, we might as well get rid of money.
If you burn it, it makes things worse. Actually, I'm a paranormal.
You probably release the spirit that's trapped in it. Anyway, Rudigs, what's your thoughts on this Annabelle doll?
The logical part of me likes to say that it's probably all BS. But you know what? You want to stay away from evil if you hear it. Like, I'm not going to be chilling with this doll, that's for sure. Yeah, and the last thing I'm going to say is perhaps he died from stress. You know, maybe he created it in his mind. He believed so much that it stressed him out to the point of, but stranger things have happened, right?
Mm. Well, guys, my wife just brought in my food. Got some fried shrimp with some seasoned rice, and yeah, let's go. But they're all having steak. I'm not a steak guy, so she know I like fried shrimp. So yeah. Anyway, so just to let people know, if you're new to the channel, nowhere it doesn't say the words professional, so you might see me eating inside. Blah blah blah. Let me get to the chat real quick. We're definitely about to get right into gaming. I see Rudig's is in the chat.
Well, I actually did. Did ask you real quick here a question, Cowboy. Have you watched the new WWE documentary series yet?
Well, it just started today, so no, I haven't got to it.
Well,
so,
they got the first 5 episodes up.
Oh, they put 4. Okay, cool. Yeah, no. Today it just released. I got off like at 4:30, and then my time, and then I literally was like, man, I'm beat. I took a nap. Gave myself like 10 minutes before the show started. Got myself together and was like, all right, let's do it. So yeah, I didn't watch it, but I will watch it later on today. But quick, without you spoiling anything, what was your thoughts?
I like it quite a bit, but some people out there apparently don't like it very much because it kills kayfabe. I'm like, kayfabe died in the 90s.
So I was gonna say that I will agree with some of those people. Probably like I do watch wrestling because it's a male soap opera to me. And I know it's fake, but I want to be in that suspense of disbelief where you're just like, oh, storylines, and shout out to Energy and Big Mike, who was on the show yesterday. We actually called an audible and put together. Energy was like, dude, are you gonna do a SummerSlam prediction show? And I was like, I can. So we, did one yesterday. TPG, shout out to you. You came in at the end, but I'll watch it later. Anyway, so SPG said, I have an ice cream analogy. LOL. You want to sell to every mouth, not a focus on a flavor. Okay, that's good. Oh, whoa, hold on, guys. Ron Slusher's in the building. Make sure you acknowledge him. Put your ones up. All right. All right, cool. So, and Dodge Man is in the building. Listen, I got messed with Dodge Man. He came on here before. I'm not in the PC. I don't like PC. You never catch me in the PC. My guy Dodge Man, he got himself a Steam Deck, then a ROG Ally, and now he's like, I might build a PC. Because he does build, he's a mechanic. And so he is a tinkerer by nature, but he doesn't want to tinker. But now he's talking about he might get a PC. So Dodge Man, I'm messing with you because I bet in a year or two you're gonna have the most beefy PC we've ever talked about, and you're gonna be like, wow, you was a console guy. All right. So with that being said, let's get this off the screen. Before we get into it, let me just see. I mean, I had something silly I want to bring up real quick. Man, it's one way to ruin somebody's childhood, and I won't get into it too much. I'm just gonna put a picture on the screen, and you guys will see. Your childhood, man, could be ruined. And TBG, please don't cry. When you see this. But yes, Chuck E. Cheese was arrested, and he was arrested. And Rudig, do you guys have Chuck E. Cheeses in Canada?
Yes, we do.
Okay, well, Chuck E. Cheese was arrested right in front of the little kids. And this lady, she had to tell her kid, her 2 daughters, her one daughter got a picture with him. Her other daughter was walking up to get a picture with him as the police walked up and said, put your hands behind your back. So I thought it was a funny story I seen. And, it's sad these little kids had to witness.
Well, do you know why he was arrested?
Yeah, so apparently.
Someone called the exterminator.
Here's the 2 little girls. Look, there's him getting taken out. And I'll actually show the guy who was in the suit, since we're talking about him. This guy is a guy in a suit that was hired, and apparently he found somebody's card at the Chuck E. Cheese and was using it to make purchases and stuff. And so they found out, it was him. So yeah, so he got arrested.
I believe they call that identity theft, sir.
Yeah, I think that's what we call it. But look, poor old Chuck E. Cheese.
They took the head off.
They took the head off. All right, with that being said, guys, let's get into this gaming stuff. That's what Rudig's is here for. That's what TPG is here for. And none other than FCAT is here to razzle and dazzle as many people as he can. Just remember, guys. anybody could bring up topics. So Rude Diggs, TPG, SPG, Ron Slusher, Dodge Man. You guys got anything you want to bring up, add to the table? You sure can. So just remember, it's always open to that. So, man, are we going straight? Do I need to play the video first?
Yeah, of course.
All right. Well, listen, we're doing it. So I just want to say this, guys. We love gaming. I don't care where you're playing, how you play. Oh, wait, that sounds like somebody else. Anyway, but doesn't matter what you play on. Just know that, listen, if you're a fanboy, you might be triggered. And if you are triggered, I personally say, if you're a fanboy, TPG, this isn't for you, directed to you. If you're a fanboy, you might be a loser because you might get emotional. I personally think if you be a winner, this won't get to you. So before we start the show, we just have to, preface this right here.
And you know what winners say? Fuck the losers who can't take a joke. Man the fuck up.
I'm just saying, Chucky is not here to babysit grown men feelings. So with that being said, guys, it's time to get into some console war. All right, so here we go. All right, wow. Really, that's what you're doing, FCAT? We starting it off like that?
I mean, people don't want to stop talking about it. I mean, it's a hot topic. I know you said main event, but let's go ahead and bring it front and center.
Let's do it. So,
I guess we got your breakdown of it on your video, so we can go down the line of what we think.
But I think we have to let me see if I can find it.
There's a little bit of information. Apparently, there's some information that's been updated since.
Yeah. And also, I think you have to add. Here, I'm going to add it to the chat. We can't just go off of that. You got to kind of add a little more context because I had, Severance. He watched my video and then he was going on and on and on. I said, dude, did you even read the article? And he was like, what are you talking about? And I explained to him. He's like, oh, I apologize. So I think that article that you just put is missing very important piece of information. So hold on, let me pull it up because you're leaving out
like something. the whole thing.
No. So what this is what we need to show. This is what had people going crazy, but this also contained pieces that make people say, okay, it's not as bad. So let's get into it. So let's see. Reporting to the vice president.
Are we going down that thing? Or you did your video about it.
Well, let me just bring this up. So I won't get into my video, but long story short, this surfaced. The big issue was it said they're looking. It's a job posting, and they're looking for somebody to work for PlayStation. And it said let's see. You will play a critical role in shaping and executing the global commercial strategies for PlayStation Studio software titles across all digital platforms beyond PlayStation hardware. Okay, that was the big thing. Including Steam, Epic Game Store, Xbox, Nintendo, Xbox, and mobile. This ensuring cross-function aligns and leading a high-performing team focused on multi-platform expansions, mid-range commercial planning, and platform partner management. So that's that. Then it says so here's the thing. If you look at the bottom part, it says oversee the out-year mid-range commercial strategy for PlayStation Studio titles across all non-PlayStation platforms, driving long-term revenue growth and audience reach. Now, here's the thing. I think we're going to get into it, but I think the big thing is you read this and you're like, oh my God, PlayStation's doing what Xbox is doing. I know TPG made a video, I made a video, but I think if you look at the bottom part, and that was the thing I want to bring on because you cut that part off, FCAT, it says, oversee the out-of-year mid-range commercial strategy for PlayStation Studio titles across non. Well, pretty much it's saying the out-year mid-range. So this is saying not brand new titles. This is going to be titles that are out of year or mid-range, right? So out of year could be a year ago, or mid-range could be 6 months ago. So this would, the strategy or saying they're going to start doing day and date, that little part is very important because it's pretty much saying that they're not saying day and date. But go ahead.
Yeah. Are we gonna go down the line of what we think?
Yeah, I'll start. So I personally think, so here's the thing. PlayStation about a month ago said they're gonna change the way they look at things. They're gonna start going on what was the words they choose to use? Player what was the actual terms they use?
Player engagement.
Player engagement. So player engagement is how many people are playing the games. Now, if you're on more platforms, you get a bigger player engagement. So, but they've also about 2 months before that said they don't look to change their strategy of having PlayStation exclusive first on the PlayStation. So you got a couple things going on here. You got this thing right here. And I think this is just going with the same strategy of, listen, you might see games that are multi-plat, meaning online games, right? So you already know, even though Bungie made Destiny 2, but that is now a PlayStation game, right? Marathon is still a PlayStation game. It is a Bungie game, and those games are multi-plat going everywhere they could be on, right? And then and then now you got Helldivers 2, which has been on PlayStation for over a year already. So I personally don't think this is that crazy as, you know, we're making it to be. I think, it's smart that PlayStation seeing the success of some of the Xbox games. I think the only bad thing is they're also showing that Xbox players aren't purchasing games as much on their platform.
Cowboy, you are botting really hard.
Yeah,
There's some mic feedback on your end.
Well, thank you very much, guys.
Popcorn.
All right, so let me. I have no clue what's going on with this mic, man. I'm about to just, you get a mic. You think the mic's supposed to do what it's supposed to do. All right, so wait. Hold on, let me see. Really hard. All right, mic feedback. Give me a moment. Just see. It's silly. I want to bring up real quick. I'm trying to see what the issue could be. I don't want to be too loud or too low.
It sounds like the mic I used to have.
Damn, I got extra. Oh, you know what? Wait a minute. Maybe I got the wrong. Maybe the wrong mic is on. Yeah, it is. Why does this happen? It somehow put my
There you go.
Yeah, there it is. You guys can hear me better now, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's fixed.
Like the computer. This is why computers drive me crazy. Like, what makes the computer just switch my microphone? Like, why? Why? Anyway, so I think. I don't think this is that big of a deal, but I do think, where could it lead to down the road? You never know. But I think Sony as a brand has always wanted, as I like to call it, brand supremacy. They've always wanted this to be the place to play their PlayStation games. And so you get it here first. So I think the strategy would be good. If you still bring the games here first, you make people have to get a PlayStation. And then you eventually put it on PC, and then if you eventually put it on Xbox or wherever, the people still got to play it here first. They still would have had to buy a PlayStation to play those games. So I don't think it's as big of a deal, but I'll leave it there and let you guys jump in there next. So what about you?
I heard everybody, like, you, Purple, Reforge, King Thread, pretty much saying this is for existing games. that are already, multi-platform and stuff. But I think I'm gonna go with my gut, and I'm gonna go with the rumor that Xbox pretty much told PlayStation that they're no longer a threat to them in the console space. Also, I heard another rumor that apparently PlayStation and Xbox worked out a deal to put PlayStation PC ports on the Xbox app if they take a smaller cut than Steam.
Why would Microsoft have? Why would Microsoft
Wait,
have
let
leverage
me
to
finish. Let me finish. So if that rumor is true, then this isn't a console war thing. This Xbox will now be looked as PC, and it in a way it's not a win in the traditional console war way for Xbox guy. But I mean that's kind of thing we have to wait and see, and that's the main thing everybody was saying is we have to wait and see what comes of this and what, if anything, gets ported next.
Well, things will be ported because that's what it's saying. They're hiring somebody who could oversee games being ported. So, but the question is, will it be a single player exclusive PlayStation?
Like a tentpole. Now, if Spider-Man comes over, probably the PlayStation guys will probably spin it as Disney stepped in and said something because they did it with Indiana Jones. Death Stranding isn't really Sony's property. That's Kojima. You know what I'm saying? Like Mitchell Kong, same thing. That's not their property.
Or Final Fantasies.
or Square Enix stuff. If we're smoking goes on Xbox consoles, that's Square Enix.
Well, the Forspoken, didn't the people who originally make that is not even in their studio closed down, right?
Well, it's the publishers Square Enix.
Yeah, it's a day and age where they need to make money in every single market they can. They've already dominated sales in consoles, so when you say console war, I think that's pretty much done, and Phil Spencer went on stage and said they lost the console war. So at this stage, it's just going into every single market they can to sell as many copies of their games as possible so they can make more games. And they're definitely struggling with their business plan when we're getting one game a year from PlayStation. So sell your shit everywhere if I get 2 games a year. That's the page I'm on.
Put a good analogy. Pepsi doesn't sell their products in one store. They sell it whatever, store will take them.
Yeah, but
that's what PlayStation's doing.
That's a bad analogy because if Pepsi made their own Pepsi machine that you went to and bought it out of, then that's different. Then you would say, okay, well, Pepsi should be selling their machines, and then because the thing is, PlayStation, they make their own games that are able to be played.
It's kind of like McDonald's with the Big Mac and the Burger King with the Whopper. Like you can only get that there. That kind of burger there, right?
Except that doesn't work in a console.
Even though it's the same damn burger.
Business. Yeah, but I think this would be a great loophole, right? If PlayStation put their games, their marquee games, right? They're The Last of Us. They're like brand new game that come out, right? And you have to own a PlayStation. You're not gonna get on PC. Not gonna get on Nintendo. You're not gonna on Xbox.
You can't do that these days.
Huh?
You can't do that these days.
No, but that's what the thing is.
You gotta be a little bit everywhere at this point.
No. So the thing is, people are reading this and they're reading the first part, but they're not reading the bottom part. And the bottom part says oversee the out of year mid-range commercial strategy for PlayStation Studio titles.
So a lot of people. I get what you're saying, Cowboy. People are assuming day to day, and I was just I sit there and roll my eyes. I'm like, maybe day to day in the case of something like let's say Helldivers, Helldivers 3 or whatever.
Correct.
Because that's a
Online-
live service game. It needs all the players to get right out the gate.
Correct. And remember, they wanted to push. They wanted to have 12 online games, 12 live service games, and then that just didn't
They
happen,
only have
right?
fucking 12 in the work. They don't even have 5 at this point.
But anyway, so go ahead, TPG. So you're on the stage right now. So you break this down however you want, and then I think you will.
Okay, I'll go.
First of all, TPG, hold up. Why are you trying to copy me, bro? What is going on with the like?
I've been winning this for a while.
Yeah, this guy, man.
Mine's cheaper.
Yo, get out my closet, bro.
Hashtag twinning.
Hey, listen. Hold up. Listen, me and TPG, we could twin a bit, Hold up. Damn it, this thing drives me
I acknowledge you as my twin, cowboy.
There we go. Let's go. TPG.
The skinny model, fat model.
Where's your cowboy hat at?
Oh, come on, man. Now that we know
I guess I
gotta wear a
gotta
cowboy
get a
hat.
PlayStation hat.
Damn right.
Right,
Gotta get a PlayStation hat or Xbox One. Oh, Maker, you're here?
The maker of chaos is in the building to drop some knowledge on you guys, because Sony is gonna rest in peace. What's going on, Maker?
Nothing much. I just think the idea that you're like, hey, it's a good idea for them to put games on more platforms to make more revenue, when when Xbox did that and people were thinking the opposite of that.
Me personally, I think Sony should stick to their brand supremacy, but I think making a game come out only on PlayStation first for a year, 6 months, whatever, I think that's still a good strategy, because you would either have to wait, but if you want that game, you would buy that game. But anyway, let's go to TPG, and then we'll get down there for you, Baker.
Well,
so go ahead.
Whoa, first off, someone's vibrating a lot, so
somebody's petting FCat.
Okay, so my overall thoughts on this whole thing is, one, I don't care about the console itself right these days. I care about I hear myself. Okay, someone seriously got a mic problem going on, so how about this? If you're not talking, mute yourself. Because it's really distracting. And okay, well, I was trying to say, I don't think this is bad. I think this is good for the long-term success of their IPs, which is what the fuck? I can hear myself.
Echo. Oh, it's just you, TPG.
Yeah, but it's someone's also making a vibrating sound. Like, what the fuck? FCat, you there? Okay, now I think it stopped. Okay. So my point is, I think this is good for the long-term success of their IPs, which is the important thing right now. Rudix, you talk.
No, I definitely think that what's killing gaming is everybody spending money on Fortnite skins and shark cards, and that's what's draining a lot of the economy in gaming. Same with mobile. So you see a lot of inflation, but it's not really on the titles you'd think it'd be at. So this is a strategy to make sure that a lot of cinematic games that I really enjoy. Yeah, FCat, bro. You gotta do some mic rehab over here.
Who we on?
All right.
Who we on?
I did have my mic muted. I got up and walked away.
Someone's got some serious mic issues going on, and that's the point where I was trying to talk. I couldn't hear myself. I heard myself.
Let me see. All right, say something now, guys.
Yo.
Yeah.
Xbox is third place.
I think it was Maker.
No, I was muted that whole time when it was acting up.
No, I think it was Maker. He's just trying to kill the show.
All right.
Well, go ahead.
Yeah, well, this definitely makes me feel like Xbox is now not third place; it's fourth place. Because you would get Steam, Nintendo, PlayStation, and then Xbox. So that would be the order.
So,
And
how
who
do
uses
you
Epic?
guys translate this and tie this into they were saying that on Xbox the games aren't selling. So like because
Well, that's just a flat out lie. Because like, look at the Xbox games on PlayStation; they are always in the top 5.
No.
Top
Here what I'm
10.
saying
That's the
I said
thing.
on the
That's the
Xbox,
thing.
I didn't say on PlayStation. So I was saying that if PlayStation start putting their games on Xbox, do they think their games are going to sell like crazy? Because their games are selling. Because on PlayStation, not a console war thing, but you are conditioned to purchase a brand new game. That's just you.
I was about to say, what's the biggest difference between PlayStation and Xbox? Give you a hint. It's a glorified rental service.
Right. So you are conditioned to like, oh, you like the game, you got to buy it, or you're just going to be waiting for a discount or something, and But on Xbox, you are conditioned to say, hey, I could get a bunch of games in Game Pass. Like you might even like a game like Warhammer come out, but you might be like, do I spend the money on Warhammer or do I just play whatever the next game is in Game Pass? You might skip games because of that. Who knows? So question is, will I guess if they're just counting on games that pretty much need a large player base, right? So they're online games. Maybe they might be like a $40 game or something, like a a Helldive or something like that. Yeah, I'm curious if games, how well will they sell on Xbox anyway?
Well, I think overall that let's try to say it when it was my turn until we had those technical problems. I think this is good for the IPs themselves. That's the most important thing here right now. It's what's Sony been trying to do for this console generation. That the TV shows, the movies, the comic books, all this stuff they've been trying to do. They're trying to get their IP out there more well known because they know if they get you hooked with let's say The Last of Us season 1, that people will be engaged like, this was based on a video game. Maybe I'll go buy the game now and check it out from there. And if you create a barrier where to put it best, they can't go buy the game on the platform they already have, then they're just not gonna keep the same interest in IP. So I think this is good for a long-term IP viability. I get the console war shit. People are like, oh my god, it's the death of PlayStation. Like, dude, you guys are not you're seeing the trees, but you're missing the forest. You don't get the business has changed already, but you don't realize it's changed because it has affected you right away.
That's the thing about it, and it's not a console war thing. It's a money thing, especially with inflation going up. We don't know what these tariffs are going to do or not. It's still up in the air.
Tariffs won't affect digital products, but hey. But what makes it
will affect the GPU and all that chips and stuff.
Well, I was gonna say this, and here's the thing that's kind of the crux of the problem is look at Astrobot. That game did super well amongst the critics, and how many copies did it sell? 2 million. 2 million cost 2 million copies sold on a platform that's 80 million sold. If you're executive or a shareholder, you're gonna be like, wow, why the hell did it do so poorly? It's like one game of the year.
Gamers don't like the little baby games like Astrobot. You put that on Nintendo, it's gonna sell like crap.
I think a lot of people don't really care at the end of the day as long as it catches their interest.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I would never bought Astrobot, but I did get it through GameFly, and I did beat it and did like everything in the game when I had it. But I want to back up to something you said that's important. So I am one of these people where I speak for myself. So I love going to the movies, but you know what I didn't go see was Borderlands because I don't play Borderlands, right? So like I have to be interested in like the source material in order for me to go to the movies when it comes to video games. For instance, I'm a Resident Evil guy, so when Resident Evil comes out in the movies, I'm going to see the movie. So yeah, when Master Chief, when the Halo series came out, I didn't watch it, right? So you do got a point though. So if these games, some people could start to play these IPs, and they might start watching some of the other stuff too. They might tune in and say, "Oh, let me watch a show, let me watch a movie," because Sony does more than video games. If you're being honest,
Yeah,
you know?
that
And
like I said, the
believe
whole
Sony is making the Link movie,
Hey.
aren't they? The
Hey,
Zelda movie.
later this month, well, towards I think it's the 28th, Twisted Metal TV show. You know how many people are old school Twisted Metal fans are going to sit there and go, finally, we're getting the tournament, we're getting this, we're getting that. You know what? People are going to watch. And guess what? That might gauge some interest in maybe they go onto PSN and buy Twisted Metal for $10.
Right. Yeah, I was just saying because you pitched it the one way. I was doing it in reverse. Is that if you get your hand on the game and end up liking the game,
Now,
then that might make you want to, check out.
I'll be right back.
Now, one thing is, if we see Lego Horizon over the Xbox, I think the spin for that will be because Lego wanted it that way, and the contract ran up or something.
Right. So I get what you're doing. You're pretty much coming up with all the reasons that if something goes to Xbox or PlayStation, what will be the reasoning?
Yeah, FCAT needs access to the I Was Right channel. It's where you make predictions and then you see if you were right or not. But I think you're dead on with some of these predictions and how, the critics will react. So, but is it true? I don't think so. I think that's far from the truth.
Yeah,
David Wilson is in the building. Just so you know, Maker. Liz Bing is in the building, a fellow Canadian, Rue Diggs. So what's going on? So go ahead, Maker. Take the stage, Maker.
Well, Rudix was talking about after me because we're on those problems. Did you have anything else to say, Rudix?
And that's why PlayStation is just constantly on top of everything. They're constantly on top of making the best games, constantly on top of giving you the best controller experience, constantly on top of the best achievement system. I mean, if there's anything they can't be doing, chances are they're already doing it behind the scenes.
Did you just say best controller experience? Because I bought mine. I'm pretty sure I bought my PlayStation 5 Pro in January, and about a month ago I got stick drift. So I feel like getting stick drift less than a year is pretty terrible. So they might want to, get on that controller thing you're talking about there.
You see, you've got to treat your controller delicately, like how you would some other amenities of yourself. You can't be just dropping it around, putting it in anywhere you can fit it. Like it's gonna get damaged that way, much like other things. So be careful with your controller. Always put a skin on it, guys out there. Always put a skin on your controller. All right, because you want to protect it out there.
I do drop my controller often, but I feel like
what I saw was Plotorat, and he was the one that's like, oh yeah, this is happening, this is the thing, don't let anybody in any kind of other way, and he's pretty hardcore funny.
It's to me it signals blood in the water. Once you get a taste, you're gonna want more. We started with Switch with Lego Horizon, and now we're getting Helldivers on Xbox. It's clear that that means more is coming. It's not just going to be 2 games. The problem is which ones, how often, and stuff like that. I mean, the same can be said about Xbox. We know that it
4 games, huh?
Yeah, they have 4 games to test out the waters. And then
the problem is Final Fantasy 16 didn't sell that well.
I mean, number 4 in the top 10 is pretty good. It wasn't going to take number 1 because Elden Ring Night Rain had just came out.
Right.
Well, I think
So
the thing is too is but Xbox was going a different strategy, so they already broke and was like, Phil Spencer had already said they lost the most important console before they said the 4 games. So I think for them, they already felt like, look, we're not doing great in this. We need to do something else. Where I feel like PlayStation, Rudig's made a great point. Probably skipped over some people, but you get in one marquee game a year, definitely something is going on, right?
Maybe,
Or going up.
maybe with the fact that Helldivers 2 is more Xbox type-ish game to their core audience, shooter, buddy, game, and they do show up, and it kills it on Xbox, then we will see more. But if nobody shows up,
I mean,
just
the
like
only
with
time.
Final Fantasy 16, it's going to be like,
Okay, but let's be real here about what. First off, we know it's just going to be at the end of the day. It's going to be what games are, are glorified ports. What's on PC will be on Xbox. So, Last of Us Complete Edition or Horizon or God of War. It's just more money on top of what they've already made.
Well,
like how well did
speculating heavy, right? Hold on, let me ask you this: we're speculating heavy. Say what's up? The game's over. He said it's a flop. Final Fantasy 16. He didn't like it. Here's the question: how long do you think we are away from this? Right. So we're here all talking about this job listing, right? So meaning somebody still got to get hired, right? How far away do you think we are? Like, I think August 28th is when Helldivers 2 is going on Xbox, right? So how far away are we from we seeing a PlayStation game on Xbox? Like, do you think more is going to roll out?
I literally will predict this right now. I will call it down. I'll call it like how I see it. I see The Last of Us coming to Xbox next year.
Wow, The Last of Us, huh? What?
Well, Jesus, what other IP, Cowboy, do they use as a Trojan horse all the time?
Whoa. God of War is the Trojan horse, all right? Last of Us is cool and all, and it is my...
Okay, it can either be Horizon, God of War, or The Last of Us. But that's a core IP.
The next
the thing with that
won't be for another,
question,
decade.
Yeah, the thing with that question is
Remastered.
odd. The thing about that question is odd, Cowboy, because like Helldivers 2, we gotta think about it. Helldivers 2 might be the only official Xbox port, because their next console thingy might not even be traditional console PC thing, and it'll just be like a PC port. You know what I'm saying? Like all future PlayStation games for Xbox going to Xbox will be PC port.
Well, we don't know for sure.
Yeah.
We don't know that for sure.
That's
And
up in the air.
I feel like we're probably not going to see a new console for at least another 2 years. Like 2027, maybe holiday 2027, but I feel like 2028, that'll probably be the earliest we'll see a new console from, Xbox or PlayStation.
For the record, game over. I think that's how you say your name.
Game's over.
I got it wrong. Yeah. I think it would be Horizon for one reason. What was the first PlayStation Studios game that got ported to PC? Horizon Zero Dawn. Look it up. It's their Trojan horse.
But that's the thing. Like it's bait. It's like bait on a hook, and they just gotta grab it, and they'll get more in the end. But like it's kind of like with Sea of Thieves on PlayStation. Like they put it on there, and everybody grabbed it. Not a lot of people grabbed the other games. I think how well did the music game do on PlayStation?
Which game?
The music one.
You mean Hi-Fi Rush?
Hi-Fi Rush?
Yeah, Hi-Fi Rush.
I don't even know.
But I'll tell you right now, what it made was extra revenue on top of what it already made.
Well, let me ask you guys this. So everybody.
I'm just saying, how well did it do on PlayStation?
I don't think any of the main one that did well of the 4 games that dropped was Sea of Thieves. I think
Right.
that one sold like
That was
1.5 or 2 million
right. It's still
copies.
selling. It's still selling on PlayStation.
Yeah.
But let me ask you guys this though. So as far as the games going to, as far as PlayStation, why does it have to be again? We know Microsoft said 4 games where we went to, but I feel like me personally, I need more evidence for me to start thinking they're going to do D&D. I just don't see them as of right now. Right, this job posting comes out. I'm reading oversee the out of year mid range. Right. I don't see, and Sony just recently said we don't plan to shift our stuff day and date. It's going to be on PlayStation first. So I don't see, even if they made a lot of money off a game that was older, you just made a lot of money off a game that was older. So why do you need to break your strategy and do day and date? So can you guys give me a reason why you think Sony would do day and date?
Oh,
because if you made a lot of money off
Just
a game
for
that was
live
older,
service. Just for live service.
No, I've got a great analogy. So when Spider-Man came out, and someone distinctly asked them, this is about like 6 months after the game came out, they said, will we ever see Spider-Man on PC? And Insomniac responded saying, no, we do not have any intention to bring Spider-Man to PC, nor will we will it ever be on there? And then I can't remember the exact wording, but basically they said, no, it's not going to be on PC. And then like a year and a half, 2 years later, it came to PC. And that's the reason, is because times change. They want more money. They're going to start putting their games on as many platforms as they can, so they can make more money. Because when Spider-Man 2 is costing you $300 million just to make, it's you want that money back plus some.
Yeah,
a little
listen,
bit more.
listen,
Plus
your
interest.
own words, right? Hold up. Your own words was 2 years later, right? And so my thing is this: what I'm asking, because I feel like you didn't answer my question. That wasn't a great answer. That was actually bad.
The game already served its purpose.
I get what you're saying, is that they changed their mind. That was the main basis of what you said, but you said 2 years later. So that helps my point too. I don't see what's the point of Sony switching. What's up? Okay. No, I'm good. Actually, give me some real deodorant. All right. So, and don't leave this dog in here with me. All right. So, what I'm asking you guys is, do you have a good, and again, it's all hypothetical. Unfortunately, Makers, yours was terrible. Do you have a good reason other than, you changed your mind? Yeah, I might just divorce my wife tomorrow, because why not? I changed her mind. But and she's about to go get me real deodorant. So
well, it's not the first time. I mean, they changed their mind with putting their IP on Switch with Lego Horizon. They changed their mind with Xbox with Helldivers. Like the market is changing. That's what I'm saying. And they're not just gonna just stick to their guns if they can make more money.
Yeah, I think they are being reactionary. They'll react to the market with their day and date best look forward in that situation.
The defense to the market is changing is ask Nintendo. Like, look at Nintendo.
Dude. No. You got anyone who says that needs to realize something very important. And there was someone on Twitter that even addressed this. Nintendo is a fucking unicorn. They could do whatever they want. They're the oldest of the console makers. They don't play by the same rules as the rest of us.
Well, I don't know.
The rest of us, as in the rest of the industry.
No, but listen, lately I've been seeing a lot. I think the Switch 2 is getting some back. I thought it was going to happen. The Switch 2 is definitely getting some backlash. Mario Kart World.
Yeah, and people still bought it.
Yeah,
it is number 2 in most sold game. Cowboy, they still bought it.
Exactly.
Well, the thing with Nintendo,
they sit there now and complain about Mario Kart.
Number 3.
They sit there now complaining about Mario Kart World, but guess what? They still bought it. Oh, they sit there complaining about Donkey Kong Bonanza. Guess what? They still bought it.
Which too fastest selling console.
Nintendo fans do not have impulse control. That's a fucking fact.
The difference is the games that Nintendo produce are a fraction of the cost that Sony Studios games are coming out at. Like we've seen some of the cost value of like what was it, Horizon Forbidden West costing 250 million, Spider-Man costing like 300, and then when you look at the tentpole, these are the biggest games for Nintendo. Breath of the Wild cost them 80 million. That's a
So
third
let
of the
me
cost, like
say
under a
this.
third of the
Let me
cost.
let me say this, Maker. So these games that are coming out or have come out, they still came out and they sold, and they didn't go to Xbox, right? And then eventually they went to PC. So meaning they still made PlayStation money, then they still made PC money. Now if they can make Xbox money, I don't think. What I'm saying is so if you had a company and you like, why dilute your company? Meaning, if I could get your game over here, then what's the point of me buying your system and then being into your ecosystem? So if they could still say, look, even if they say 6 months, they say, look, let's just stick to 6 months. So people will buy our stuff for 6 months over here. That might make somebody buy a console because they can't wait 6 months. And then 6 months later, you go down. I'm just asking you guys to give me a good reason why they would do day and date. No one has given me, because yes, you say you can make
No,
more money, but
so they would do day and date for live service because live service needs it to
I never
survive.
said day. I never said day and date. I just think PlayStation games are going to start coming to Xbox.
oh no, I was just asking day and date. That's my question was to ask you guys,
No.
why are people saying day and date? You know, because
Well, I think in the long run, yes, but that's like 10 years down the line. That's going to be when everyone has solidified their digital libraries and they're just going to stay in the platform that they've always played in because all their games are there. That's the reason why Phil Spencer said they lost the worst generation they could ever lose, because like now we're shifting heavily into digital and that everyone's stuck in their platforms.
Right. No, just live service for right now. I don't see Sony like releasing day and date like their tentpole big titles like Last of Us and
Because they understand
things like
right now.
that. Yeah.
I was gonna say, FCAT, like the Sony still understands the value of exclusives, like that's why you're not gonna see Air Galactic on Xbox till maybe like a year or two later, and by then it's already made all the sales it's gonna make PlayStation.
Yeah, they're gonna sit on it for a little bit. Those single players, they'll make it over eventually, but it'll be longer.
That's the better way to do it, because when you do it day and date, then you really devalue your console, because that's like, well, then why should I buy yours if I have this? Like,
and that's basically what this guy's gonna do. He's gonna determine, the time frame and which games and all that.
Like, who needs the emergency ejection of Xbox support? Oh, there wasn't much in there.
yeah, I think yeah, I mean that's the thing. It's like I think Sony, like, that's like their thing, right? It's kind of like Apple. They promote like this is the high end device, and if you want it, you got to come here, But I think there's a world where you can sell your same stuff, but later on, because then you don't devalue your thing. Like, for instance, I've owned every Xbox, and I never got this Xbox yet. Why? Because I was into cloud gaming, got out of cloud gaming, and then Xbox was heavily into cloud gaming. I was like, well, I can just get Game Pass. They're not making me get their console because they're giving me their games elsewhere. Like, literally, like, there's no reason for me to get an Xbox because you're just allowing me to play your games. And now it's even worse because at some point it's like, well, the cloud version isn't the best version, right? But now it's like, well, you don't worry, it's going to be on PlayStation anyway. So it's like, okay, But
yeah,
I doubt that that he's gonna look over things like Destiny 2 Marathon if it actually comes out. Fair
Dude, I'm
game.
telling you
If
right
that
now.
actually comes out.
Destiny 2
In
and
fact,
Marathon are already going multiplayer. Those games are already
Marathon has got
I'm
the
saying if it
biggest
comes
uphill
out.
battle I have seen.
No, but
If it
that game
comes
is already
out,
supposed to be
Cowboy.
multiplayer.
We don't know. Remember, it got delayed indefinitely.
No, listen. What I'm saying is that game is already supposed to be multiplayer, so it's not even in the conversation.
Right.
It's not.
Well,
Yeah,
I know. I was just saying. I was just
But it's
saying
not
in
in the
general.
conversation because we don't know if it's coming out.
I was just saying in
it's-
general.
it's
Marathon
because-
has an uphill battle in front of it because it's just. I think the reputation for that game is already tarnished too badly.
And
I
do we
think,
think
I think
They have another
Marathon's
beta.
gonna pull another Concord.
They have another beta.
the
for it.
question is, do we think that this is the reason why they're doing this? Is like so that failures like a Concord, like a Marathon, this is to help, you know, when you have a multi-$100 million loss on a game, why like just subsidize it with selling your games on other platforms?
Well, I think it's also the idea of like, well, then you run out of excuses. Like, well, we did everything we could and it still failed.
So I that's a great question, Maker. I look at it like this. I think not every game need to be the top seller. I said this before. And I think if you could take a game like Concord, like other games that come out and then get updates and get better over time, if you could have a game like Concord, Marathon, whatever, but it's open to everybody. So it's cross-play on everything. So how much of a failure is it, right? So it's like, okay, you open it up and not that many people are playing it, right? But if it's on everything, the low amount of people playing it would be a lot higher than just on one player base. You know what I mean? So maybe then the game could survive because you probably would be making a better amount of revenue, and then you could little by little hear what everybody has a problem with, fix this, fix that, and maybe the game will get better, and you could, you know, at least let it rake some money in and have a core little fan base that like it. Whereas the majority of people are like, yeah, don't mess with that game. You might have a couple of people like me that love Marvel Avengers and be like, but it's my game, you know. Certain when, you know.
Yeah, but you asked the question of when will this go into effect? I would say let's wait until Helldivers 2 comes out, see how it sells and does on Xbox. If people buy it, I'm if they take the Game Pass mentality. And
so
they'll go from there. They'll go from there.
Yeah, I agree. I think Helldivers 2, which is crazy because it will be coming out
It
this
is
year.
the test. It's the test for the Xbox.
But I think Helldivers 2 is a game that I mean, look, all of us on here got into Helldivers 2 at some point and was into it. I think it's probably be a good game, and a lot of Xbox players say they love multiplayer stuff. I feel like it's probably a really good game to go to Xbox.
I do too. It has like Halo vibes to it. I think it'll do
Right.
well.
That's the thing about it. But like, with Xbox on PlayStation, they kind of like put in a little fish food and see, you know, what they liked, what they didn't like. You know, they put the Hi-Fi Rush on there, then they put Tenement and Grounded, then they put.
I think he's
Everybody gravitated towards Sea of Thieves.
Well,
yeah.
You just have a presence. Sea of Thieves has been around for a long time, so people known of Sea of Thieves, you know. So that's probably one of them games where people was probably like, man, if I ever had an Xbox, I'll play Sea of Thieves.
Isn't Forza doing great on PlayStation right now?
Yeah.
Indiana Jones did okay.
I wanted to bring that up actually. I think a part of this strategy is because like when Xbox released the first 4 games, they also released their smaller titles like Pentiment and like Hi-Fi Rush, but we're seeing games like South of Midnight didn't have a multi-platform release for like PlayStation, but we're getting a Gears Reloaded launch on PlayStation. I think the bigger titles, they realize those sell really well, like the Sea of Thieves, like the Indiana Jones, the Forzas. Those are going to sell well, but the smaller titles maybe not so much, and so those are less priority to port over.
That's why I think they're holding their breath with South of Midnight. I don't think PlayStation wants it.
Maker, what's
or
your
they
thoughts
they don't
on?
think the
I was gonna ask Maker, what's your thoughts on? You think is there a coach? Can you say is there like a coach, a culture to not buy games on Xbox? Like, do you think it was smart to bring out Helldivers, being that it's a $40 game to Xbox, it's not a full price game, and that it's a multiplayer game? Like, it seems like it kind of make all the right reasons to try to get Xbox players to buy it. What's your thoughts on that?
I think I think there is a stigma that people think that all Xbox users have Game Pass and that they're not buying games.
Right.
But in reality, because we know from like reports that they've had about 35 million like Game Pass users, about 20 million on Xbox, 15 million on PC. There's over 30 million Xbox Series S and X's, and I don't know how many Xbox Ones people still play. So people are buying games on Xbox. People just don't talk about it. Like the top played games are still like GTA 5, uh, all these games that you have to buy, Madden, FIFA, and stuff like that. Those still sell. So I think it has a
Yeah,
potential
but those sell one game a year, and most of those gamers just buy that one game, and then that's it for their console generation. Like, I know a bunch of
That is
people who
true.
just buy FIFA or
It's all because
just
of
buy
that.
GTA.
It's all because of that Game Pass. Game Pass.
Well, you know what's crazy? I was gonna bring this up. So here's the crazy thing. So we are having these games, right? That you get like a Fortnite and a live service game. Helldivers is a live service game. So here's the thing:
Yeah.
you already got. Let's say you're an Xbox guy and you got Game Pass, and so you're used to playing a bunch of games. Now, Helldivers is a fun game, and it will suck you in. So what's gonna, it's kind of crazy. Let's say Sony might be kind of smart or disrupting. It might be a disruptor. You get Helldivers over there. You might be like, look, I'm playing Helldivers for some months, and Xbox games could be coming out. You're like, I'm not really like the engagement for some games on Game Pass might go down with the arrival of Helldivers. What do you guys think about that? What about you, Rudigs?
wait, what you said? Game Pass would have to rival
No, what I
Helldivers?
was saying was, so let's say you're a traditional sense. They say Game Pass. You get to try a bunch of games. So like, you look and see, okay, how many people are playing this game, that game. You see a bunch of games getting downloaded, getting played, bounced around, and then you send something over there like a Helldivers, which can have you playing that for months, right? They're gonna get it in the best state possible. It's gonna have all this content. It's like getting the Elder Scrolls Online, like later on for the first time.
But
You're like, damn, this is
Helldivers won't be in Game Pass.
No. Hear me out.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, if you look at entertainment, right? I could either play a video game on a Monday, and then at 8 o'clock, wrestling comes on. I'm gonna turn off my game so I can watch wrestling, right? That took over. So what I'm saying is, let's say you're normal Xbox play, right? Oh, I get on, I play this game, play that game, and then you put something. I'm saying, could this be a disruptor to Game Pass? Meaning the time you spend playing certain games, but now Helldivers go over, which is a live service game, just like the people who play Fortnite all the time.
Oh, I get what you're saying.
GTA
If they
right, could just be like, oh man, this is a multiplayer game I love to play all the time, and so now I'm not playing.
well, considering it's a paid multiplayer game, they'll have to pay for the subscription, so that's pretty much Game Pass right there.
Pay for the subscription for Helldivers?
Yeah, that's Game Pass.
I think a fair amount of people will buy it. I don't
It's
think
not a full price game.
Yeah, it's only 40. Is it 40 or is it 30?
Plus, that's 40 plus paying every month to play it online.
I know.
But you have to do that for PlayStation 2.
Yeah, I don't understand what
Right.
you're saying.
Yeah.
You gotta, if you're already on Xbox and you playing games online, you're already paying money.
Do
to
you
play
consider
online.
paying for your internet bill
But-
having to pay for online gaming?
Kind of.
Yeah, I mean, but I don't look at it like that, right? So as a gamer, these are things Like so FCAT, the way you put it was a little strange because it's kind of like if I were already now. Granted, if you got a person who's like they don't play online, right? My friend M3 who plays wrestling with me, he was hell bent to like, yo, I'm not paying for online. Then when he started playing wrestling, he was like, okay, well, I gotta have PlayStation Plus so I can play with the guys. So
It doesn't make sense to me because when you're paying for the subscription to play online, you're still getting those games over there on the subscription because they're the same thing.
I don't understand what you're saying though. Like you're not saying anything new, though. I'm struggling to understand.
I'm saying those free games that you get with the subscription is still there with the playing online. How are you gonna compete like the two?
Well, I mean, there's other games that require to pay in the subscription, as before, like Madden and FIFA and stuff like that.
Right.
So I got a question from the chat. Lizard Thing
So
said,
you're basically saying people are gonna ditch Game Pass and just play Helldivers on Xbox.
No, they're not gonna ditch Game Pass. They're gonna have both.
No, I'm not saying ditch. You're gonna still have to pay for online, right?
Which is Game Pass.
Which is Game Pass.
No, listen. I'm trying to explain it to you because you don't get it. What I was saying is like your normal time or your normal games you play, right? Like for instance, when I was super into Fortnite, man, I just wasn't playing. Fortnite was what I was mainly playing, right? I was like, man, I was playing this like all the time, right? So other games didn't get my attention. So what I'm saying is, could PlayStation send over a disruptor, meaning you normally play certain games,
No.
but it end up being one of those games because it's live service. You're like, oh man, you're gonna see a player base playing this game.
Cowboy. Xbox owns the disruptor. Call of Duty. That is the disruptor. Not Helldivers. I'm sorry.
No, yeah, I was just asking you guys' opinion. So a question from the chat. Is the panel getting the ROG Ally X? And I'm not. I'm not the biggest handheld guy. Only owned 2 handhelds in my whole life. One was the Sega Nomad, and 2 is the PlayStation Portal. And that's not even a traditional handheld in a sense. But so I'm not. What about you guys?
It's cute that you even think someone actually cares about that damn thing.
I mean, if you're an Xbox fan, maybe.
Dude, come on. If the prices of those things are legit, like the ones that leaked, I'm sorry, that thing's so fucking dead on arrival. Zombies are jealous of how long it's been dead.
I haven't looked into the specs enough to know whether or not it's worth the like 600 for the base model or
600 for the base model, 800 for like the extra. But
the 800 and 899. I thought it was 899.
Yeah, I think it is.
I thought I saw $79.99.
No.
But I guess they was rounding it up.
But I'm probably not gonna get it because I don't even really use my Steam Deck. So, but I will be probably get to try it in a couple weeks actually. I don't know if they covered it or if FCAT's gonna cover it, but Xbox announced their booth at Gamescom, which I'm actually going to.
Where's Gamescom this year?
Well, Gamescom's always in Cologne, Germany. It's in Europe. So when I'm in Europe, I'm actually going to be going to it.
Oh, when are you going?
I'm leaving on the 15th, so a little over 2 weeks.
Oh wow, dude, you went to Japan. Yo, this is Germany. This is a year for you.
He's a traveler.
Yeah, I wonder if you're
Maker. Now, here's the thing, man. You can't be killing people in Germany. They're not more accepting of that.
I just wonder if Maker's plane gonna crash this time, or is he gonna make it back?
Yeah. I've just been in a travel mood this year, so I've knocking off all that I've wanted to. I've always wanted to go to a big gaming convention, and now that E3 is dead, Gamescom is the biggest.
That's cool,
what you can't get tickets to the Game Awards?
Listen, shout outs to Maker, a real gamer, boy. That's
Yeah. So the reason why I'm not doing like the Game Awards or anything like that, that's just like a one night ceremony thing. Gamescom
Oh,
is
I
like
know.
a
I
week
was joking
long
around.
event.
Have you ever been to PAX? Any of the PAXs that happen?
No, but there's one near me that I may look
I live in
into.
Washington State, so we get PAX West. I went there 1 year. It was actually pretty cool.
Can we go move on?
Well, yeah, we definitely more. Let me ask Maker a question though. This is off. This is just Maker. So it's crazy. I moved over here. You was in Georgia. You moved to PA. I moved to Florida. But how are you liking living in PA since you moved?
It's actually really nice. I enjoy it. The biggest complaint I'd say is the roads aren't good.
Concrete. How you fix that?
Yeah. All right, cool. I just want to know. All right, guys. So let's move on. I feel like this topic needs its own topic switch. So let's move on.
Topic switch.
The confines of this topic because we gotta move on. But hey, you guys got to hear it. We went in detail.
Yeah, we spent enough time on it.
Yeah, we gave it a lot of time.
It's a nothing burger with nothing fries.
Well, I think it's more than nothing burger, but I don't think it's crazy. But once what happens is when this guy get the job, and also when Helldivers come out the 26th or 28th, same day as Gears of War coming to PlayStation. So that's kind of crazy, right? But when that happens, we'll see. But anyway, let's switch up to the next topic.
Topic switch.
What's going on, guys? If you're new to the channel, I'm the Cowboy King of Entertainment, and the channel is pretty much anything you could think of. I do gaming, vlogging, podcast, movie reviews, product reviews. I've been vlogging my life on the channel since 2011. Every birthday, Christmas, Valentine's Day, even my honeymoon in Mexico, swimming with sharks, is on this channel. So, check out some of the recent videos. My video of purchasing the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 7. Had it for about 2 days, decided to return it. And just a lot of stuff is on the channel. Channel members, I've just been putting out content like crazy. I got probably 12 videos for the channel members right now, and they'll eventually come to everybody else. But thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. If you didn't know, anybody watching can come on the panel. I did pin the link in the chat, so just click on that. It'll bring you right in. No nonsense. Just join in the chat with everybody. Also, another big thing is all of you guys are able to add your own topic. So if you're watching and there's something you want to personally talk about, or you want to ask a question to the panel, just think you guys in the chat are kind of like an extended version of the channel or of the panel. So look at it like that. So, you're not just watching, you're as much as part of the show as the guys on the show. But with that being said, we're going to get back into it. So let's bring in none other than TPG, Brew Diggs, Maker Chaos, none other than F Cat. And let's bring it to the next topic.
More PlayStation news, guys. So Sony apparently signed strategic partnership with Bandai Namco.
More smaller games that you forgot about are coming, gonna get remasters.
So they own Bandai Namco and Kadokawa now.
Having 2.5% doesn't make them own them.
No, it's FCAT's barely even a percentage.
And we also forget that Kadokawa also had like was it Tencent put in like 10% in or something?
Yeah.
Maybe they'll make the Pac-Man game better. Somebody needs to.
Hey, anybody ever play that Pac-Man game?
Bro, it's been the bane of my existence. I put it down. I just got frustrated with it. The level design, I feel like is crap. The upgrades feel useless. My sword is level 10. I feel like it's the same strength as when I first started.
Right.
The Pac-Man platforming is just, it doesn't belong in any video game ever. I don't know. There's some
Wow,
things I'm
that
not a fan
bad,
of.
huh?
Is it Souls like or Rogue?
No, it's kind of, I would say, a rogue light.
It's a Souls light because you do have a stamina bar.
Yeah.
And the bosses have a level of difficulty. It's honestly just the freaking times when you have to be Pac-Man and go on the walls that frustrates the hell out of me.
No, what frustrates me is the health. You barely, like, you do health things, potion things, and you can barely find them.
Yeah, and every time you get more health, guess what? The bosses and the enemies will do 2 chunks or 3 chunks now. I got to a boss, 4 chunks of health. I'm like, bro, this is so stupid.
But it's pretty difficult. It's difficult. It's got crazy mechanics.
So look, I'm gonna pull this off. Let's do a little thing real quick. Let's talk about the games that we're currently playing. So you guys are both bringing up this game. It's a current game that came out. You know, the Pac-Man game. What is it actually called? Something Shadows?
Shadow Labyrinth.
I would describe it kind of like Cuphead. Remember how Cuphead came out and it's all cartoonish and you think you're gonna have a fun time?
No, FCAT. Okay, FCAT. Okay, let me stop that in its tracks. Cuphead was a beautifully hand-drawn art style, and Shadow Labyrinth is a flash game.
I know that, but I'm just saying, like,
Okay.
it's a rage bait game in disguise of a friendly.
There's a lot of games like that. Boy, you know, Super Meat Boy. It's a very challenging game, but it's like a cute little.
Like Ninja Turtles 1 for NES, like
The Lion King for Sega Genesis.
inside it's a hard ass game.
So this is the game we're talking about right now. So right now we're just kind of discussing games we've been playing. Rude Diggs and FCAT recently played this. So this trailer.
Yeah, the boss is mostly just boss fights. Like I fought like 3 bosses, I think, already.
It's not the boss fights, it's the freaking platforming while you're Pac-Man that pisses me off. It's the fact that upgrading doesn't feel like it really has any impact on your character whatsoever. The punishment of running out of stamina, the fact that the bosses just increasingly do more and more damage to a health bar that's barely there to begin with. I just find the level designed to take you in directions where you just get lost for no reason.
Wait, Rude Diggs. I thought you liked the super hard game that make you want to bang your head against the wall.
I do enjoy that, but when the mechanics are not there and I feel like the devs, like I feel like this game got scrapped and Bandai Namco said, let's grab this game and stick Shadow Labyrinth character in it because the enemies don't even make sense with the goddamn Pac-Man world. All right? I don't even understand how it's Pac-Man.
Yeah, strange.
Great.
So Purple is in the building. She had a question. She said, now I apologize because I always say rogue like, but it's rogue light, right?
Yeah, I would say Souls Light.
Souls Light.
No, but that yeah, because the word isn't like. I often say light. I apologize, but it is light, right? Lite. That's what you're supposed to call it. Souls Light.
All I know is if Rudick says it's ass, I'm avoiding it at all costs.
When you die, you go back to a checkpoint or a save point. So.
The checkpoint system is so stupid as well.
Oh my God.
And they're so far and few between.
Sounds like the type of games I can't stand that you love.
Kind of like another game that a certain cowboy I know liked. It was called Mine something.
Yeah, I got to the second phase of Red Ghost, and I just put it down. I'll come back to it later. Maybe when they do some updates for better balancing. I just feel like every upgrade I do makes no impact.
You think a small developer is gonna do updates? That's cute.
It's Bandai Namco.
Bandai Namco.
Bandai Namco is the developer.
Doesn't mean they're a good developer. Ask the Naruto fans how they feel about that last Naruto game we got.
Well, you know what's funny? Lizard Ting just said I would love a Naruto game with PlayStation storytelling from Bandai partnership. So that's kind of cool. All right. So what else you guys been playing?
Could I just have attention for a second on this topic that you're saying, where you're asking what people are playing? Because I've invented a little competition. Oh, can you share my screen? I don't know how that works.
Yeah. Go to the bottom. All you do is pull up something, and then you go to the bottom, and where it says share, you click on it. And
Yeah, it says. Can you see it? Do you have? There it is. Okay. So this is a little competition that has started off as a little side thing, but it's really grown. And I would say I'd love to get some people in here as well. This is the Cyborg City Champions League, and essentially it tracks when you finish a game, when you 100% a game, it allocates points to it. There's different awards for different types of games. Honestly, it's a lot of fun to get into. And I've been tracking. We've all been going head to head, trying to get games, finish them, post when we roll credits. It's been a lot of fun doing it.
let me just say real quick, that is definitely cool. I think what's great is you're trying to. This is really create a community, right? And a community is people. And I'm gonna definitely thank Purple in a minute. Community is people who are getting together that's playing together. And even though people are playing individual games, you made it to a system where you're playing them and looking at what other people are doing. So it's like playing a multiplayer game, but single player. You know, it's like we're all in this together, but I'm playing my own slice of the pie. You know what I mean? So I think that's pretty cool, man. I gotta commend you for that. Looks cool.
Yeah, we'll be launching it in a more public form soon, so I'll be tagging everyone to be a part of it. It's just been working out the kinks and a really good point system. I think we found something that's a lot of fun.
That's cool, man. Well, you definitely gotta let us know, and definitely will be sharing it to everybody I could get my hands on to see if they, want to be a part of it. But now, what are you calling it? Cyborg City Game.
Well, right, it started as the game tally. We've called it now the Cyborg City Game Competition League. And now we have people rushing to finish games, rushing to roll credits just so they can get a point up on the board. It's been hilarious.
That's cool.
Yeah, ask who was in first place a couple days ago before you just randomly finished 3 games.
Yeah. So I will say Maker was dominating. It's definitely been a fight, but I am the maker of the rules, so some things were probably manipulated towards my favor, and now we have a new leader right now. But that's only going to last for so long.
Listen, Maker said he's a real gamer, right? That's what he's here for. All right, I want to take this time real quick. Thank none other than the great Purple Haze. I appreciate it. Thanks, Purple. Me and Purple, I feel like we're having a war of just donating to each other. I go over there sometimes and just interrupt her show by putting up a super chat and say something stupid. But definitely appreciate it, Purple. I know you said you're going to come over here and do a similar thing. So Purple, she has donated 5 all-purpose championship channel memberships. So the first one went to Phoenix. And then the next one went to my guy, Houston. Dang, such a good guy. It's crazy that I knew Houston for years. He was a Destiny guy. Then he got cool with, Rudigs and all of them. And now he's like your guy's guy. And another one went to Gamer Live Studio, Mike Johnson, and Nate Plays Games. So definitely thank you very much, Purple. And it's cool because Phoenix is in the house. Said thanks, Purple. And I appreciate that so much, Purple. And don't worry, I'll be back to cause more trouble and chaos over to your channel this Thursday. But Brutus, anything else you want to say about this?
No, other than just having a lot of fun with it, like you said, community stuff, and look forward to getting you into the game tally when we make it more public.
Listen, if it's about how many games you play, I might got you a beat because I'm a GameFly guy.
Yeah, that's what it's about.
Not every game I decide to keep. So speaking of that, let me talk about the current game that I was playing, and that current game is this right here. So a new game came out last week. and I checked it out. I don't know much people talking about it, but I wanted to check it out because Mr. Urbanworld was making a big deal about it, probably a year ago or so, and I'm used to him making a big deal about games and never get them. But I wanted to check it out just to check it out. So this is Killing Floor. Let me just get some gameplay. This was me actually playing it, and Killing Floor 3. And essentially what it is, I think is the good and bad of it is just a horde mode game. And I love horde modes. I'm a sucker for horde modes. Whenever a game add a horde mode, I love to go back to it. I was playing this today, and I decided to return it, right? I got a chance to play all the characters. I got to use all the superheroes. And I was like, you know what? It's cool, but that's really it. And I actually put this in the mailbox to send it back, and then I turned on the Callisto Protocol, and I was playing for a couple hours that horde mode called Riot Mode. But I think the game is fun if you play with people. I mean, it is challenging. You upgrade your character, but it just feels like a Call of Duty Zombies. And I feel like you could just play Call of Duty Zombies and have Call of Duty and have Warzone and have a campaign and all of that other stuff in one game.
Yeah, it's got mixed reviews on Steam right now. And that's what I said. It's just a graphical update from the second one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I didn't play the second one much, but I played it. A good friend of mine, he passed away, but he was super into part 2, so I did get a chance to play part 2 a bit. But I think it has its place. Like, I don't know much games that's only a horde. That's only because this is just a horde mode game. And I don't know what other games is just a horde mode game, but it is a fun game. But that is it, and so. It's challenging. I love that it shows how many characters you have on the screen that you got to kill. Like, I used to like that in Rainbow Six Vegas 1 and 2, where you did the terrorist hunt, and you knew, oh, there's 30 people on here, and we got to get them. I think stuff like that is cool, but if that's all you do, it's like, okay, you kind of want to switch off sometimes and do something else. So, but I mean, the specials they got is kind of cool. The abilities, it's a good game. So this is what. I was recently playing, but I did put it back in the mailbox and watched the mailman grab it today. So I'm like, all right, cool, we got it, and he was in the truck, and it's gone. And I deleted it already off on PlayStation. But not saying it's bad, but my first impressions of it, I did give it a 6 out of 10. And then after playing it more, I think it's cool, but it's not the game I would just, it's not for me unless, some other people say, we're going to get this game. Then I'd be like, you know what? I'll get it. Well, I don't know how much it costs, but I don't think it should be a $70 game. This is definitely, for me, would be like a $40 game. But yeah, that's Killing Floor 3. Did any of you guys have any interest in it? Was any of you guys planning on getting it?
I just played the first beta thingy, and they made us sign a 5-year NDA, so I definitely ruined it.
Okay.
Yay!
None of you guys?
Not my jam. I was always a Call of Duty Zombies type of guy. I like that style better. This just is not my speed. It's a bit slower than Call of Duty Zombies. Plus, it's first person, bro. We don't like that first person.
Yeah, I would. There's some games I prefer to be third person. I think this isn't bad in first person, but yeah, it's decent, but it is challenging. Like, they make it where you get overthrown because you could play single player or you could go multiplayer. When you play single player, it is just you, and it gets real. I got a feeling they're going to add more characters that you could use. Operators. I think they might call the characters perks or something with P. That you choose them or whatever. And I think they got about 6 of them. And it's different stuff too. Like one dude got a real cool power. You press the R1, L1, and he got like this little drone that fly around, just lay everything to waste. One dude like put up a bubble and he's getting healed inside of it. So it's definitely co-op oriented too. Another game I'm currently playing, I end up buying Warhammer 40,000, and man, that game is good, man. And the funny thing is, end up buying it because they added a horde mode. So horde mode, you sucker me if you add a horde mode to your thing. I remember back in the day, Devil May Cry, when it was called the Palace of something, where you beat the game.
Yeah,
You
but
unlock
they're still updating it and adding new stuff to it.
Oh yeah, Warhammer, man. They are
The
definitely
Space Marine 2.
yeah, Space Marine 2.
Yeah.
They're definitely doing their thing with that game. And I played and beat it, and it was cool, but I just didn't care to keep it at the time. But I keep talking to Murderer 503 Gaming, and he loves it. He played a PvP mode. That's his thing. And so eventually I was like, you know what? I'm gonna buy it once they had it on sale. And here we are. So that game, I will say this: that game I think is definitely worth having. It just reminds me of an old school game that got a lot to do. Like it just gives you, it's a lot going on in that game. A bunch of different modes. Here, let's pull this up on the screen as I discuss it for a little bit. But
you want to go back to the news?
The game. Huh?
Get back to the news after this.
Dang, I didn't even get to say what I was playing.
Yeah.
I've been playing. It's the true game of the year contender, probably winner, Expedition 33. That game will probably end up winning game
I
of
didn't
the year.
take you that long to play it.
I got the platinum on that one TPG.
Same.
How?
I thought we were on a subject of killing for.
Do you get a trophy for understanding what the fuck is going on in that story?
Wait, you don't understand?
You don't understand. I needed a tissue box. I was freaking crying my eyes out during that story.
Well, not to get into spoilers, but I just got to the point where a big pivotal point happened. On top of,
well, I mean, there's acts. Like you can just say like which act.
I'm not gonna spoil it for anyone because
I mean, if you just say an act, it's not gonna say anything.
What act is on?
I'm gonna say dinner though.
Cliffs. You got dinner.
I will catch you guys later. Yeah, it's like 7.
Fuck
yeah. Thanks for popping in, man.
Of course, always love hanging out with you guys. Yeah, I'm playing Dragon's Dogma right now. I gotta wrap it up to get it onto the game tally. So I will catch you guys later. Take care, everyone. And you know what? If all the games go to all the consoles, it's good for everyone. Just get rid of crossplay. Let everyone play together. And then it'll be a battle of which console's the best. And we all know that it's PlayStation because that controller is awesome.
Unless you get sticker.
We'll see you later, Mr. I have a bunch of games that I'm at the end of and I'm going to complete them.
Mr. Oblivion Platinum. Don't worry, I've been seeing that. All right. See you.
Later, that is big. And what's up? Rock is in the building. What's going on, Rock? Thanks for popping in.
Huff your smell.
Let me see. Wilson said Jem actually worked on Killing Floor 2. Oh, that's actually cool.
Yeah, he did.
All right, so you
I
guys
got it ready.
I can bring up, or no? We're gonna move on.
Oh, I was just gonna say that I'm playing Wu Chang and I recently beat Dredge and Jusan. The games I played.
How is that a Wu Chang game or whatever it's called?
I like Souls games, so I think it's actually pretty good. Like it's a solid Souls-like. I like it better than Flintlock that came out last year. So
people are saying that they like it better than Wukong.
Wait,
I don't know about that. I wouldn't say that. I'd say Wukong is
Cowboy.
I gave it like 5 seconds and then noped out.
I think actually you might know about this.
I played it on xCloud though, when it came on Xbox.
Here's a
little post
this. What were you saying, TPG?
I'm posting something in chat, the private chat. That's actually pretty cool.
Put a couple things in already. Oh, my guy, Rock, thank you very much for becoming an all-purpose champion once again. I appreciate it.
Just a quick question. Has anyone on We Wrestle Wednesday even tried to use Abyss or New Jack yet?
Yeah, so here's what's cool. When Abyss and Great Khali came out, they came out together, and somebody actually won with Abyss, not with Great Khali. So it's cool if somebody used them for the first time and then won the championship. But yeah, Abyss, he had his special, the Black Hole Slam, is one of these cheesy specials that is hard to counter.
So I actually didn't know this until I was actually watching the new documentary. But apparently, well, Abyss is never, the character was never on WWE. He's actually a backstage producer.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was never a big, I mean, he was more ECW guy, but I was never into him.
No, he was
but,
TNA.
Yeah,
He was
TNA.
Oh wait, you said Abyss. I'm sorry, I
Yeah.
was thinking about New Jack. Yeah.
Yeah, New Jack's ECW.
New Jack was
He was never in WWE either.
Yeah, no, he wasn't.
Dude, I'll say this right now. There
Yeah,
will
just-
never be anyone crazier in wrestling than New Jack. That's some bitch.
Wait, let me real quick, since I got this on the screen. Maker, you said you played this, right? You were currently playing this.
I'm actually playing it right now.
So is it Souls Light?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay, so it is. So I won't like it, right?
Oh,
Yeah,
look,
you lose
another
your gold
Souls-like
die.
game.
The difference is you don't level up like your stats. Well, you do level up stats, but it's more of a talent tree with options to select your stats.
Like Black Myth Wukong.
Well, Black Myth Wukong, the only stats it really has is your armor. Do you level up in Black Myth Wukong? I can't remember. Oh, you do.
Meaning you had like a tree where you like upgraded stuff.
Yeah. It's kind of like that, but it also has like stat boosts as well.
Okay. I was just curious.
Can we
These
just
games
admit
are
that these
all
Souls...
starting to look alike, man. They're
Dude,
it's
yeah,
driving me
exactly.
crazy.
I was about to say, this is the equivalent of the platformers in the 90s.
Yeah, I agree. And then they all look really cool, and then I find out they're either roguelite or Souls Light, and then I'm like, okay, well that don't fit to me. So I'm waiting for the straight hack and slash progression system. Like
Okay,
God of
but
War.
you know what's actually funny? Expedition 33, a turn-based RPG, has roguelike, Souls-like elements
and
in it.
that's why I couldn't play it. That's why I was like, damn, it was so up my alley because I like turn-based, and then I play it, and then you like, what the hell is this? Perfect parries. Why is this in this game?
Well, it's saying that the parry satisfy it reminds me of a Souls-like. Like literally, if you use the checkpoints and you rest, it resets all the enemies. Obviously, that's good for like farming, XP. But it's like, damn.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's like
It doesn't tell you that happens either. It's just like, oh, it's something you find out.
So for me, the 30th comes out this PC only game that I tried to demo out for. You can if you can pull up the trailer, it's called Terminal Brigade.
What is it called?
Terminal Brigade.
Paranormal Brigade?
No, Terminal.
Terminal Brigade.
Yeah.
Okay. That one game looks really cool. The Morbid something.
Oh, I thought he was
The
going to play
Gods one.
Code Violet.
And FCAT gonna talk about, I don't care about Code Violet. Like, get out of here.
I know.
You buying that game. All right, so check this out, guys.
I might get this one. I don't know. I played the little demo beta thingy, playtest, whatever. It was cool. It's a little third-person shooter looter.
Gameplay.
It's a looter shooter. This is a cinematic. Why you always pick the cinematic one? Really, that one.
It's the one that suck you in.
Looks the coolest. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
You always do the cinematic.
right. When you show the gameplay, you be like, eh. But it's certain games that
No, the gameplay is that there it is. It's a third-person shooter.
Okay, I'm gonna show you what I think looks cool right now. What is that game called? Oh yeah, I think I know what it's called. Hold up. Yeah. Okay, guys. So this game, wait, what the hell? Oh, the game ran out. Like, why is this on here? All right, so check this out. So, so for right now, I just see this says it's the PC wish list. So I always say, show me a PC game I want to play. Well, this would be it.
The roguelike.
Now, I heard this was made by Ubisoft.
I played the demo. I didn't like it.
Oh, really?
I didn't like the no.
Oh, but
I
you
was
did.
like, no.
You said it is rogues like, right?
It's roguelike, yeah.
Well, never mind. But it looks cool. So you got 3 different characters you use all at one time. You switch between each, and they have their own abilities and strikes. That sounds so cool to me, man. It looks cool as hell.
I wasn't feeling it.
I'm a sucker for this type of game. But again, I don't want me die and I go super far back, or I got to be like the best parrying ever in my life. That's the stuff I don't care for. But this is a game that kind of catch my eye. What's going on, my guy CMG? Thank you very much, Rock. Yeah, what you guys got any thoughts on this? Like, does it not look cool to y'all? Maybe
it looks cool, but I played the demo. I played the demo already. You can download the demo right now for free.
No, I ain't doing that to my PC. But it looks cool. All right. Anyways, all right. So we're ready to jump on to the next story.
Yeah, let's get back to the news.
Let's get back. I think. Listen, we got carried away with talking about games, but I think it's cool. We're all gamers. We came together because of gaming. I mean, some people are more gamers than others, like Maker going over to overseas just to go to. Well, not just to go to, but actually will be a part of the big event.
Yeah, I went to a video game convention like literally last week.
What, was it in your basement?
No, it's actually literally just downtown, and I got to buy some cheap retro games.
I was going to say, I had always wanted to go to E3 because it was the biggest. And so, like I said before, Gamescom is like the second biggest now, so it works out.
So I've never been to any of those things. You know what I did go to? That's currently going on right now, I believe. I was actually in Evo once upon a time when it came to Connecticut. How about that? I went to Evo. I drove all the way out to Evo. It wasn't that far, but I drove out to Evo to play in Tekken. And got pretty much beat the hell up, but it was cool, great experience. Me and my guy Matt M3 drove out to Evo, but that I never really went to other stuff. What I did do was cool. I started going to this video game store years ago, and they had tournaments, and I would go to tournaments. And so you had like a clan. That's the first time I heard of the clan. I was like, a clan, whoa! But I had my clan, and we won.
Not that kind of clan.
Right, we won 18 tournaments straight before we lost our first tournament. And you know what game it was we lost?
Smash Brothers.
Smash Brothers. Mother effing Smash Brothers. Like, we're adults. We're like, no, I play no Smash Brothers. Those kids beat the hell out of us. I just never looked at Smash Brothers as a fighting game. Like, bro, this is not a fighting game. But they was no joke. And so none of us was really into Smash Brothers. And we got beat bad. But anyway, that was cool. So with that being said, guys, let's switch this thing up. Let's keep the show going. So let's get back to the topic.
Topic switch.
Once again, I want to thank Purple Haze for donating 5 memberships. I want to thank Rock for becoming a member. I appreciate it, guys, all the support and the love. I love doing this. This is literally stuff I do in my free time. My wife is out doing whatever because she's like, well, that's this thing. I love, this channel has become, I've been doing it since 2011, right? And it's just something I do on a weekly basis, whether it's putting out videos, whether it's doing my first impression streams, whether it's going to the movies, doing my movie reviews, product reviews. I love it. It's just fun. I do it just to do it wrong because I always say don't follow me if you want to do YouTube because I literally just do whatever I want and the algorithm doesn't like that. But you have certain times where I do individual projects, should I say, like videos, And if you guys see my fold video right now, that thing is going great. It's like, it might be like 3,000 views now. I don't know. So it's probably one video that I did where it got that many views that quick. I think in like 2 days, it was like over 2,000 views from my small channel. But man, I just appreciate you guys being a part of the channel, whether you're coming to watch, whether you're, you know, whatever it is. I just appreciate all you guys. And I just wanted to kind of say that as we did a topic switch to transition into our next stuff. So let's bring the guys back on. TPG, Maker Chaos, and F the Cat. And so here we go. So let's check it out.
Yeah, you got another trailer to pull up, Cowboy.
Let's do it. Now this is oh my god. Oh man, let's do it. When does this come out anyway?
Yeah, November, I think they said then.
Okay. I still never played Sun and Bone. Not that I was really planning on it, but I need help. I might have you guys help me figure out what will the next game be from GameFly, because I couldn't. I'm kind of.
Because Sun and Bone and Koala are both digital only. They don't have physical.
Okay, got you. So they're off the list.
Yeah, you're also getting Ghost of Yotai when that comes out in October. Nah. You're gonna play it. You're gonna play it.
I'll GameFly, but I don't. You know, maybe I like.
Who says you have freedom when you own a PlayStation? Come on.
Which y'all thought when y'all saw this?
So it's unfair for me because I knew of the company and the type of games they make. And so what's bad for me is I got jaded where I heard the whole, what do they call it again? When they just take the same game and
asset flip.
Yeah. So when I heard the asset flip thing and I was like, look, they made sure they made the girl with the big butt and look at the angle. Wow.
She got a big butt. That's all the improvements you need.
Well, they're offering other outfits in the pre-order. In pinups.
Yeah, I did see that. I mean, me personally, I think if I never played the first game, I would be like, oh, this looks cool. Actually, there was somebody I know that was like, yo, they got this game coming out.
Oh my god.
Against dinosaurs. I was like, oh, you're talking about Cold Valley. They was like, yeah. I was like, well, you should play Sun and Bone. That's pretty much just dinosaurs, like Turok. They was like, well, wait. So I pulled this up for them and showed them the trailer. But I'm not excited for it. I mean, listen, I think what they were doing was good with Quantum Era. It was just in a piss poor shape. I'm not gonna say they can't make a good game, but I feel like they're like a super indie studio, but making like AAA games. And I feel like it shows. It's like this feel like this should be AAA, but it feels so indie. So
this reeks so badly. It wants to be Resident Evil, but can't be.
You mean Dino Crisis?
It's basically Dino Crisis mixed with Resident Evil, but what they had the game.
Dino Crisis pretty much was Resident Evil, but with dinosaurs. So you don't even need to say Resident Evil. That's what Dino Crisis was. But I mean, honestly, to the naked eye, it looks cool as hell. You know, it's third person. You run around with guns, shooting dinosaurs. I mean, it looks cool. But you know,
I bet the dinosaurs appear out of nowhere. I bet the dinosaurs just appear out of nowhere, like the Quantum Era. Remember how the bad guys would just appear out of nowhere?
Right. Well, at least Quantum Era is like super futuristic, you know? It made
Well, this is too.
Well, yeah, it does look like so. I think it's weird that they had a super futuristic game, which Quantum Era. Then they had this super dinosaur game, which was Sun and Bone. And then I feel like they just merged both games into one.
Yeah.
It's a third person.
Like they use the same assets from Sun and Bone and Quantum Era.
Right. So this, because it's third person, where the other two was primarily first person.
Locations look great. The locations look great.
Yeah, I mean, look, it looks cool. It looked like some. If I didn't know,
I don't know about the dinosaurs. Remember we saw the floating dinosaur and Sun and Bone. We might get that floating dinosaurs in there.
They might have really stepped it up as far as tightening up their game, you know?
Yeah.
So it might not be as buggy as before. You know, they got a lot of heat over that. And,
Two
and the
people
thing
will
is,
buy
if
it.
it's come out buggy, you know they're
Two
gonna get
people will buy
torn
it.
apart.
Just kidding. And like it. But yeah, let's move on.
Okay, definitely. All right, so
Well, I don't know if you guys heard about this, but I just want to quickly talk about this. The rumor right now from Naughty Dog, funny enough, is that their next the secret project they're working on now might actually be Uncharted.
a new Uncharted.
Yeah.
That's not gonna come out until after.
Oh
the
no,
next
dude!
update.
Fuck, that's gonna be
Yeah,
2034.
It's gonna be ages.
Yeah,
So what do
so
y'all make of this?
Sony sues Tencent for allegedly ripping off Horizon video game. Yeah, the story about this actually is kind of interesting because apparently Tencent also, the developer that made this game, went to Sony and pitched the idea of doing a Horizon game, and Sony said no. And I guess they were like, "Well, fuck you then. We'll just make our own version of Horizon." But like, if you guys actually have seen this game, it blatantly looks like Horizon.
yeah, so we
When we saw it,
so
we
here's the
we
thing.
thought it was.
When they first
pull,
showed trailers
FCAT.
of it. So listen, we talked about this when we first seen trailers way back when, and we were like, "Yo, Sony better see
Yeah.
that." Like, we all said that, and so
Yeah.
And
not
we
shocking
said
to
it
me.
looked like Destiny mixed with Horizon.
What's the name of it again?
Light of Motrin. Wait, Motrin.
Let's see here. Light of Motrin. It has cross.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
Light of
Uh,
Motrin.
used to push square because you can actually see like the visually like why Sony's suing them. Because like
Yeah, I'm gonna. Play
I'm
the
sorry,
reveal
it's a
trailer.
ripoff. It is. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I'm looking at this
I'm
piece
gonna
of crap.
I'm gonna play the reveal.
But it's a
trailer from
free
8 months
game.
ago.
That's the thing
I
about it.
don't
It's going to
give
be
a
a free
shit.
to play game.
I don't give a shit. It looks like a ripoff.
It's also gonna be survival. It's a different game type.
Exactly. It's a survival game, dude.
Yep. Yeah.
So look
So
at
I don't think that they. I think this is still gonna go through.
Yeah, it's like wait.
This
so
is
we
like
have
Pal
one
World.
trailer-
This
I
is
think
the
this will
same thing
go-
as Pal World against
No,
Pokemon.
no, FCAT, no.
It's just different things are getting.
So hold on. Let's keep
Called
it real.
out.
Let's keep it real. If you pause this, you would if I said what game is this, you'd be like Horizon. Look at this. Let me back this up. If I showed you this picture, no one on here wouldn't say this isn't Horizon. We would really be like, oh, this is Horizon, right?
But at the same time, how many games have robot dinosaurs on them?
Dude, look at that right there. Hold on. That's
different.
not a dinosaur. This looks just like something from Horizon right there.
That does not look like
Yes.
Horizon.
You crazy,
Okay.
the little robot thing.
Dude,
Horizon?
Oh, the thing at the bottom. I was looking at the big thing. What are you talking about?
Oh, talking about spaceship?
Yeah, the spaceship doesn't look like Horizon.
I don't know. But the thing the character's on
Oh, that
looks
does.
like, something from Horizon.
But the fact
anyway,
that the developer went to Sony, asked them to use the Horizon IP, and they got rejected, and then they made this. Come on. That's not just a coincidence.
The thing is, if you're
It
able to
is
sue
crazy,
for
though.
stuff like this, then Nintendo can go after Power World. Overwatch can go after Marvel Rivals.
remember when we,
My point being
remember-
is, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, remember when we seen this release trailer? We was all watching. It was on one of the things, and we were like, "Oh, we all said Horizon." We was like, "Oh, this was a new Horizon." Like we all thought it was Horizon. So
Exactly.
it does
Right.
look like Horizon.
It's Horizon
I mean,
without Aloy. It's Horizon without Aloy.
I mean, it had a girl, so who says that could be like Aloy's daughter or something?
Right?
But
Good
anyway, I don't know.
Yeah,
What do you guys think? You
I
think-
will say that. I will say this. I'm not against them being inspired by Horizon. That's fine. That's great. But the fact that they made this game out of spite after it got rejected, I'm sorry. That's a little sus. I don't think Sony should be allowed to, go through with the lawsuit, but they should put their fucking, like their feet to the fire a little. Like, hey, you guys tone it back a little, change some things a little, and then fine, great, cool.
You know what's crazy? It's sci-fi, and so it's like, so can you guys be the only people with robot dinosaurs and robot creatures, right? So it's kind
Yeah,
of
that's
not
what I'm
fair.
saying.
But
No,
yeah,
that's what they're doing.
it does
There's
look
nothing wrong with being inspired, but you do like they are kind of copying the Horizon style.
it does look like it. Now we need to know what gameplay is going to be like because it does look like it.
The gameplay is a survival. It's survival. Like that's the difference
Power
between
World.
Pokemon and Power World. It's a survival game.
Right. This doesn't look like a survival game. This looks like a adventure game, but we'll see.
Well, they're only apparently the firm is saying they're only suing for $150,000 in damages.
All right, I'm hopping out, guys. Take care.
All right, man. Have a good night.
See you. Good night.
All right.
All right. You got another trailer you got to pull up for the next one, Cowboy.
Let's do it.
Oh my god! No, I'm watching the actual gameplay. Good.
Hey, I'm sorry. I don't know if anybody wanted to talk about Battlefield 6. They showed this week. My only concern is I heard they brought back the campaign, so that I guess that's a good thing. But I still want to know, did they escape 2042 way of things and went back to return to form back to the old way?
We shall see. I mean, I used to like Battlefield a long time ago because I thought it was so cool. They got this giant, battlefield, and you got planes flying and tanks. I just love the chaos of a bunch of things more than just the guys running around. But I guess I never really got into it, and Call of Duty has been more of my thing. And I got out of Call of Duty also. But listen, there's a thing came out that said a lot of Call of Duty fans are excited for this. So maybe the new one might be something different for people to kind of get into.
I gotta say this better be good, because considering we're not getting a Titanfall 3 or a Star Wars Battlefront, like
both games
and 2042 flopped.
So listen,
2042 flopped.
Both games you mentioned are futuristic.
Well, hey, I'm gonna head out, guys. So I'm gonna get some food in me. I'm freaking
go ahead.
deaf.
All right, man. Have a good night, TPG. Thanks for popping in. So, both games you mentioned are futuristic games, and this is.
Well, 2042 is futuristic.
Well, I guess.
Yeah.
But you mentioned Titanfall, and you mentioned Battlefront too.
Yeah, Star Wars Battle.
This looks cool.
They're gonna bring Battle Royale World later.
Right, makes sense.
But I thought Battle Royale's kind of getting overplayed right now. Nobody's liking them.
No, I think the Rogue's getting overplayed right now. But
I mean everything's getting overplayed now. Like,
yeah, well, you know what it is? We're getting older and older. So
everything's a battle royale. Everything's an extraction shooter.
Whoa.
Roguelite.
Hold up. I think the extractions are probably the least of them, though. I feel like there's not many games that do extraction, though. So
the hero shooter.
Yeah, the hero shooters, the battle royale, the Souls games, But I feel like the extractions are probably the smaller of the pie, But I feel like they're just not that popular, though. That's the problem with the extractions. Like, nobody's screaming for an extraction game.
So this is Battlefield 6 is not releasing for last-gen consoles, which is a good thing. I don't know why Call of Duty's not doing this.
Call of Duty. I think Call of Duty wants that money. They want that money. They're such a big game they would lose so much money.
EA's already moving on to next gen. Like EA's usually the last one to leave.
Right.
Yeah. Fine. But Battlefield 6 is actually only going to be 30 gigs. Which is crazy.
Yeah, that's kind of small, actually.
So they did a poll. Were you more hyped for Black Ops 7 or Battlefield 6? People put Battlefield 6.
Interesting. What are you more hyped for it to be out between the two?
That's, I don't know. Considering 2042 was a flop, like, I guess more so Black Ops 7, but this Battlefield can really change things, and I noticed, the change, and it's good, and then I'll be like, okay, cool.
I think what's hard for me is they're all kind of similar. You just got war games, a war,
Right.
you run around shooting, and so I thought this was, Battlefield was a little different because you got tanks and all that. And Call of Duty added that.
2042 launch was a flop, and took them a long time to turn that game around. They had to change. No, I think they took EA and Dice off of Battlefield and replaced them with Apex with Respawn.
Well, same thing happened to Battlefront 2. Battlefront 2 was like in bad shape and had to bounce back.
Yeah, but EA and Dice are still on it. They were still working on it. They pulled EA Dice like halfway from Battlefield 2042 and replaced them with Respawn. Now they have this new studio, Battlefield Studio, whatever that is. We don't know where that is. I guess it's a mixture of Respawn and EA Dice people. And I guess we'll have to see how good it turns out to be.
We'll see.
Speaking of Call of Duty, you don't have to download Call of Duty HQ anymore for Modern Warfare 2 and 3. You can download them now. It's kind of like discrete. It decreases the storage.
Well, I know some people complained about it because it was like you had to download so much just to play one game.
Yeah, it was like 100 gigs.
Yeah. I mean,
it was like a hub thing, and you had to pick which Call of Duty you wanted to play. And they finally took it out. The Black Ops 7 is still in the HQ, though. I mean, Black Ops 6, sorry. And they're getting ready for Black Ops 7.
I still didn't play Black Ops 6. Maybe I should get that next. I'm going to pull up my GameFly list in a bit.
Yeah, you did. I thought you did play Black Ops 6.
No, I played the one not last year, but the year before that. Like I usually game fly them every year. I didn't game fly the very last one.
Right.
Guess I could just play it on Game Pass.
Right, it's on Game Pass.
Maybe I should get the Game Pass handheld. Wow. The Xbox handheld just so I could play Game Pass games. Can I hook that thing up to my monitor?
We'll get to that, Cowboy. So this also happened. Looks like Xbox backtrack. $80 games for this year.
I seen that.
They Xbox said for this year. So, but the question's still up in the air for Call of Duty. Like, if you slap $80 on something, it should be Call of Duty.
I think the thing is they didn't need to do the $80, so I think Nintendo was getting some bad press, and Sony stood their ground like, okay, we're not doing it yet. I think it's kind of like, and then all the negativity going on with Xbox is kind of like, would you really do that? But it is what it is. I mean, because Call of Duty's gonna be on everything. So
I don't want to isn't worth $80. That was the issue. I don't want to is not worth $80. Call of Duty, trust me, if they said to call $80 Call of Duty, people would still buy it.
Oh yeah, people still gonna buy it.
You talking about Mario Kart all over again.
Listen, you want what you want. If it was a game that I really like, I'll pay the extra $10, because I really want it. And I have no choice. So it is what it is. I will have to.
Yeah, either that or they'll do the Game Pass thing. But yeah, like most people are gonna buy it. All right. So UK's running into some trouble right now. They require age verification on like porn sites and now Xbox.
That's crazy. But
how do you verify your age on Xbox?
I listen, here and moving to Florida and seeing a thing pop up on the screen, that's probably what's gonna happen.
What you do is you gotta take a picture of your ID.
No, it might just be as simple as you just gotta type it in. So if you're lying, that's on you if you get caught. You know what I mean? Because it's gonna ask you what's your age. You're just gonna put in your age and say you are a human, and you're gonna keep moving. But if anything crazy happened, then it'd be like, okay, well, you're in trouble because because it tells you like you got to be is this your actual age? And it gives you a little blurb of, I'm assuming it's gonna do the same thing. Oh, is this really your age? Blah blah blah. And if you just say yeah, it is, and then find out it wasn't, then you're in trouble. That's all. That's simple. I don't think it's gonna be like, oh, like who's gonna be smart or dumb enough to want to play a game? They're a kid. They want to play a game. They're gonna put their real age, and then it's gonna say you can't play. So then they're just gonna lie and put the older. Like when my kids were joining Facebook, their mom let them join Facebook, and I found out. I was like, what? You ain't old enough to be on Facebook. So how are you on Facebook? Like we just made up a age, right? It's just like in the event you do something wrong and get in trouble, then you're really in trouble because you lied.
Yeah, but there's the new law apparently going on. That's fine.
Interesting.
We have it here in the States with the porn sites.
Yep, we got it in Florida. Didn't happen in New Jersey. So I seen that firsthand.
You was mentioning the Raw Gala, so they're gonna have the Raw Gala at GameStop. Hands-on, playable pre-orders will go live.
You think Maker Chaos could get us a video?
I'm gonna
have to ask him to get a.
I don't know. I don't even know what they're gonna show. Are they gonna show what they showed in that commercial for it? Or I mean, because right now it doesn't really look like this. Like I guess that's Xbox app in compact mode. It does look like that right now. If you put it on compact mode.
You just need to be able to hold it in your hand and then play a couple games. They're just that's all they need to do is I mean, listen, it ain't rocket science. It's nothing that we don't already have, right? So this is just simply like when a new console come out and you go to GameStop and they got it on display, right? You're just getting to play something. That's all.
The price came out. Apparently, it's I don't know what that is converted to US dollar. I think it's 900 US dollar.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. But Yeah, I mean, what I
I
was
guess
saying is,
we
what
wait
I
for
was
some
saying
official price.
what I was saying is, if maybe I should buy one and that could just be my Game Pass machine. I was asking, can you hook it up to a monitor? Like you could hook it up to a monitor, right?
Oh, I wouldn't do that.
No, but what I'm saying is you're gonna be able to dock it, right?
Yeah, but to play like most of the heavy duty Game Pass games on it, you would need a like thermal GPU because the there wasn't the C1 Extreme like in the wrong alley right now.
Mhm.
Like it really can only play like not very many high demanding games.
Okay, so you're saying.
Unless you're running like lossless scaling and stuff like that
Right.
on
Yeah, but didn't you say it
Radeon.
had a compact mode or something like that?
Yeah.
So maybe you'll put in compact mode and it just make the games where it will run like a console, right? In theory.
That's gonna be the questionable part about it.
You're gonna put in a compact
What does
mode and everything's
V2
gonna run
can
at 30
do?
frames.
Dude, I tried to play Mortal Kombat 1 on my ROG Ally, and that thing ran at like 10 FPS, Cowboy. It was slow as hell. Like,
Oh wow.
this is what that's what I'm saying. Like, high demanding games like that, it's 10 FPS just like the Steam Deck. Now when the Steam Deck came out and we were all like, oh, it just runs games at 10, 20 FPS. That was true.
I gotta let me do this. I want to pull up TPG had a couple things. I'm just gonna run through it real quick. So you already mentioned the one about Horizon being sued, or Horizon they're trying to sue. So let me do this. So real quick, we'll pull up this one. So it says Sony Horizon franchise has sold a wild 38 million units worldwide. So that's a shout out to them. Okay. He got another one he wanted to bring up, which was about State of Decay, and they said rumors that it might be coming. This tip that it might be another game coming for PS5. Right. Then he had another article in the news. Dead by Daylight crosses over with The Walking Dead. So Dead by Daylight, man, they got a lot of crossovers. I mean, nothing's on the level. I think Fortnite would be number one game that has the most crossovers, then Mortal Kombat, and after that, maybe Dead by Daylight. Maybe. Let me see. All right, and then I got one thing I want to pull up. So FCAT and chat, maybe you guys could help me figure this out. But here is my GameFly list. So right now, Killing Floor, a pending return because I clicked the return button. So Killing Floor 3. Now, I did do Lost Souls Aside. So I did the game locked it. So I guaranteed to get that when it comes out, as I just got Killing Floor 3. But I put Prince of Persia Lost Crown up top. I know that's Purple's number one game in 2024. I got Assassin's Creed Shadows right there, which is high. So shocked Assassin's Creed Shadows is high. Call of Duty Black Ops 6 is high. Maybe that's what I should get next. I gotta watch the video for this, but I remember I put this on here because I think when I seen it, it looked cool. In Ortra, the last song. This Gundam Breaker game looked kind of fun. So again, these are games I'm just gonna play a little bit. Elden Ring, Night Rain. Maybe I'll mess with that a little bit. Now Resident Evil. They don't have the PS5 version anymore. Resident Evil Village. I already beat the game back on Stadia, but they added a third-person mode, and my wife and I beat almost all the Resident Evils, but she only beat the ones that was in third person because she can't play first person. So I might get this. I'm not in the mood to beat a game right now, but when I will be, I'll get this, and me and her will play it. And we'll I won't stream it because I actually streamed beating this whole game already back in the day on Stadia. Blaze of Fire was fun when I played the demo. Actually, it's funny, FCAT. I played the Star Wars Outlaw demo, and it was actually kind of fun. It reminded me of like Star Wars back on Nintendo 64. You know, you're walking around, you got your missions, and your places to go. That was actually cool. Another Hellboy game had some looked kind of cool. Looked like you just run around beating things up. So, you know, I got Squirrel with a Gun. Alan Wake 2 is now on physical, so I could get this. Unknown Awakening. This was a game that you was really into at one point. Quiet Place, The Road Ahead. I want to check that out at some point. Probably played the Dragon Ball Z for like 2 minutes and return it. Rise of Ronin came out a while ago. It was a big talk game. And there are some other games. Hogwarts still never played. So yeah, I want to figure it out. Life is Strange. My wife beat them all, but she didn't beat this one yet. So maybe I'll get that for her. But yeah, those are some games I have. There's that Wuchang game that's out now. It's on very low, so a lot of people are playing it. And here are coming soon games. So, so it's the 26th, not the 28th for Gears of War. I stand corrected. Ready or not. Anyways, but let me actually, I'm going to make a decision. Let me actually take a look. Dodgerin said, get Sparking Zero so I could beat you up. Listen, I might beat you up in a game. You never know. That's different. I don't know. Maybe I do want to play Prince of Persia. This might be the one I want more. I'll say this. I'm going to put Call of Duty as number 2. And I'll keep Prince of Persia as number 1. Assassin's Creed as number 3. No, I don't know. I'm not really wanting to play Assassin's Creed right now. So I'm going to put this down a little bit. And
wait, what's your next game?
I don't know yet. My next game technically is
Lost Souls Aside.
Well, Lost Souls Aside, game locked.
It got delayed.
Yeah, that doesn't come out until the 29th. But I'm gonna change my shipping preference to just send me the fastest game they can send me instead of wait for my top game. And so whichever game it sends me next, it is what it is. So, damn, I gotta put password in and all that. I'll get to that. But so yeah, so it's probably gonna end up being here, let me back up. So it'll end up take me back. I guess I can just X out of this. Look, mine's so
let me see what's coming out. Download the game.
So I guess I don't mind. Yeah, I think I do want
Mafia Old Country. August 8th.
Yeah, they was at the bottom, so they do have a coming soon thing where it showed Mafia, and here I'll go to it. I got so many games in here. It shows Borderlands.
Yeah, that's the next big one. It's Mafia.
Ninja Gaiden 4. Yeah, so it's a bunch of.
Echoes in the End. August 17th. That's the other one we have to find out if it's Souls like or whatever.
And which game is that?
Echoes in the End. It kind of looks like Forspoken-ish.
Okay. Echoes in the End. Here, let me pull that up. What's going on, Blood? Thanks for popping in. Says top secret G14 classified information. Buying used games on GameFly will save you tons of money. Listen, it's crazy, but I told the people, like, I used to buy games when I was in the physical. Man, GameFly games was so cheap. You know, so cheap. Let me see. I bought God of War Ragnarok, Spider-Man 2, and Last of Us Remake for under $80. Ching ching. No, yeah, I'm telling you. GameFly had them crazy sales. Plus, they give you the $5 off, and you could double up. If you have a couple $5 off, you could use them all together. Yeah, GameFly is where it's at when you want to buy physical. What's the name of it? What's the name of the game?
That goes in the end.
Echoes.
In the end.
In the end?
Yeah.
In the end. Okay. I don't remember this. Here, let's play this. All right, check it out, guys. Let's check out Echoes in the End.
There are echoes of the end.
Oh, yeah, of the end.
Right.
Let's see.
Yeah, remember I was saying it like Forspoken. You're like, oh, this ain't like Forspoken. And we're like, well, now we gotta find out if it's old, like.
Yeah. That sucks that we always got to figure that out. Ron is in the building. Oh, Holtz is in the building. Well, I'm shocked at your game list. What's up, Holtz? Holtz, you're always shocked at my game list. You know, can't read a book by its cover. How come you don't play MK1? You know what's funny? MK1 is one of the most recent games I was playing. So what I've been doing right now is just trying to beat the game with everybody. There's 35 characters, and I beat it with half already. So that's what last week I was doing during work, just beating the game so I could see all the endings. See, Ron? If you look at my play history, you'll see that that's what I was playing last week. You know, the gameplay doesn't look bad in this.
That's the thing. Like, is this?
I almost feel like this is going to be a traditional game that I like. Because it looks a little slower.
Why should it end up being Souls?
I feel like the Souls in these games are like really, really fast. Like you swing super fast.
They're like, hell of a.
Yeah, I got a feeling this is going to be a regular adventure game.
It looks like hell of this to me, but like you don't know where to go in hell of this.
Boom.
And a Vanisher style too.
Vanisher was cool. All right, there you go. So we'll see. Let me see. Holt said, I'm shocked not because of the genre of games, but you're slipping on game released in that year. Oh, yeah. There's some games that just isn't my cup of tea, and they're not on the top of my list. So there's games where I'm like, you guys might have been into them. I was like, I'll put them on the back burner. So now some of the games that was in 2024, that was a big deal to some of you guys. Now it's finally coming to me where I'm like, okay, now I've played the games I wanted to play, and now it's time to bring some of those games up on the list. So, like a lot of the games I looked at, actually all the games I looked at, none of them is the game where I'm like, oh, I want to beat this game. The only one was Resident Evil Village. I want to beat it again so my wife could beat it. But the other games, I'm like Prince of Persia, I'm like, not really my thing. I know it's Purple 2024 Game of the Year. I'll play it and see if it persuades me into wanting to beat the whole game. You know? But we'll see. You always end up finding a game that you like more than you thought you were going to like. So we'll see. We shall see. Anyways, anything else you want to throw out there, FCAT?
I'm not saying anything else.
Any other game trailer you want me to go Actually, let me see something.
PPC just brought up the Horizon Dawn 38 million copies.
Yeah, that was cool.
PlayStation doesn't go by sales anymore. Yeah.
Still a talking point. Let me see. I want to see the trailer for what made me actually want to check out this Gundam game. I feel like it was like Kind of like one of
See,
the.
see, look, right here, Cowboy. Oh my God, I just said this. Wait, what you pulled up? Oh, you pulled up some.
Gundam Breakers. I want to see it because I'm trying to remember why I put this on my list. I'm not a Gundam guy, but yeah, that's why. Yeah, this actually looks kind of cool. It reminded me of Virtual On from back in the day. Now I hope the building don't. Well, the building look like it's gonna get crazy. That's the one thing I don't really care to do so much. I'll mess with it. And it's remind me of Virtual On. This is funny. Virtual On was in the arcade too. You remember Virtual On, or you probably wasn't born back then? Did y'all talk about Phantom Blade or that game? No, you know what? We haven't. I haven't talked about that game in a while.
That's another one that's sold like through whatever.
Mm-hmm.
No, this I just found this and look already Z2 Extreme wimpier than the Z1.
What?
This is V2 Extreme, at least for now, is offering a wimpy path performance gains over Z1.
What this is talking about that Xbox handheld?
Yeah, this is basically what's going to be in the Xbox handheld. The V2 Extreme.
Yeah, I don't know the difference with all that stuff. Sorry. You got me. AMD's Ryzen 7 Z2 Extreme portable gaming chip fails to impress in early benchmarks. Could drive updates save next-gen handhelds. Huh.
No.
You know what's crazy? It reminds me of phones, right? So I got the new phone, the new Z Fold 7, and I feel like, yeah, they made some great improvements, but they took some steps back. So it's kind of like you got to kind of bring it when you come out with your next thing, and to make somebody say, okay, now I want to upgrade. So, but check this out. We haven't talked about this game in a while, but this is a game that looks cool. So I'm glad Blood brought it up. Because what's the release date for this thing? But again, it's just all these games look so similar. The sci-fi looking, running around with a sword, flipping, jumping, running on walls, and then you find out it's literally like the same game as Black Myth Wood. You could have told me this was an update to Black Myth Wukong. I'd be like, oh wow, okay, you got a different outfit. Damn, why they got the horse hung up? That ain't right. But I'm a sucker for these games. They all look cool to me. This is the type of game that I would look to play, and then until you find out it's like Souls-ish and all that. But
right, that's what I'm saying.
I see the QuickTime events coming up though. Triangle kept coming up. It does look sick, but it looks very similar to all the other stuff. Like we could bring Lost Souls Aside up, Phantom Blade Zero up. We could bring up Ties of Annihilation, the Wuchan game, the Black Myth Wukong.
Yeah, they all look the same.
They all look the same. They all look like you're like running around in the desert or something, or ancient China, Japan. Like they look the same. They pretty much, if you want to go back a little bit, they all kind of remind you of Summer Games Fest. Oh, look at this. So hands-on experience at events. Okay, look at that. That's cool. So it ain't coming out for a bit. But they all, you know what they all look like? Hold up. I'm going to actually pull it up. Watch when I pull this up. You can be like, oh, snap. There's a game that came out years ago. Whoops. My bad. There's a game that came out years ago that pretty much looks just like this. Watch when I pull this up. You can go, oh yeah. It's probably what started it all. or started, the way these look. And we're gonna go back to 6 years ago. Right? Let's travel back to the PlayStation 4. Oh, look at that. Have I seen this before? Okay, hold on. My thing. Okay, there we go. Come on, get it together. Damn, I think my internet's having some issues. Why do I have like 3 times? That's strange. Hold up. Okay, there we go. Look at this. I feel like all of these games are pretty much the little copies of this. Oh, look, Obi Wood pop in here. Yeah, this was his game. I feel like this is how it all started. You probably could play this trailer now and be like, oh wow, look at that.
There's Tenchu.
Yep. No, this isn't Tenchu. This is Sekiro.
Oh, Sekiro.
Twice. Yeah, I feel like all them games, that's all there is another copy of Sekiro. Ooh, he brought a Heavenly Sword. The Heavenly Sword was the game. That was one game I beat so many times. I loved playing that game. Is that Dark Souls 3? Nah, Sekiro. Hardest game I ever played in my life. Yeah, you hyped me up to try to beat it. I got a lot further than I was from the pep talk, and Rudig's kind of guided me through it. And then eventually I got to that one hard chick that you go down them steps and fight, and I was so close in beating her. And then after that, I was like, all right, I'm done.
Only other news is we have Atari buying up studios, more studios.
Atari?
There's
actually Atari game I put in the Discord that saw something run that game where you're driving. It's like a racing game.
they've been acquiring studios lately. Crazy.
Yeah, let me let's pull up while we're on our little trip down our lane. Yeah, let's play this. So what we were talking about, if you guys just popped in, is that these Souls games, man, they're starting to all look like the same game.
Yeah.
And they all look cool as hell.
Roguelite. Roguelite.
Right?
Like I love what's the Roman class, but it's a road. Like, and when you die, you start over, like in a town.
This one, those other ones are like feudal Japan or something like that. This one is more like the futuristic look.
Was there something Lost Souls Refined? Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty much like Final Fantasy 16. Like Devil May Cry. It looked like Final Fantasy. Actually looks kind of cool. But I think this does look cool. But what I think looks cooler is Ties of Annihilation. That'll be my last one I'll bring up. But this does look cool. Always say, you know what they say? You know what they say? Once you go black, you never go back. Well, once you go souls, okay, I'm working on it. uh, yeah, lost souls aside.
That's the two still receiving negative feedback. Negative player base is less than nothing now.
I meant to turn it on. I still didn't turn it on. All right, here, check this one out though. If you guys are looking, Tides of Annihilation. So this one to me got my attention more. But it reminds me of what we just watched. Like they could be the same game.
Yeah, we progress.
I don't know why this my thing keeps duplicating what I play. Like I
Once
could
you
put this
turns
trailer
into
on,
the
you literally
monster
thought
or
that was
whatever.
the same game.
Yeah.
This one is cool to me. I just like the combat.
I
the
thought
way
this
she,
and
like,
Clear Obscure would be the same game.
Yeah, if Clear Obscure let you control your character and throw punches and all that, but it's turn based. But this looks very similar to Lost Souls Aside. But I see what you're saying, the whole fantasy look.
It's been a match closer to
But this
Expedition
doesn't look as
33.
futuristic as Lost Souls Aside.
With that graphic. Yeah.
Lost Souls Aside, you got people wearing tuxedos. But this one, I like that. Like when she throw punches and stuff, it's like another character fly out of her and do attacks. This got that Elden Ring vibe. This looks sick. Out of all of them, this is the one got my interest the most. Just for me to, not be able to play. Oh, but that Liza P is another Souls Light or Rogue Light, and that's actually going to be on PlayStation Plus next month. And they added an easy mode, so I'm definitely going to pick that up and mess with it because I did like the demo when I played it. Tides of Annihilation. Let me see. Ovi said you getting that in Metal Gear Solid. Did you get? No, I'm not a Metal Gear fan, and I wouldn't really waste my time. You know what? I enjoyed Metal Gear back in the day, but I'm not really the big fan of Metal Gear. Probably my favorite Metal Gear was Part 1 on the NES. Listen, Metal Gear, unfortunately, Rose, is the most overrated gaming franchise, if you ask me. But I'm just saying. I think Metal Gear is cool. It's one of the top stealth games, in gaming. Shame.
Back to the subject of Xbox porting games to PlayStation, like Starfield, go up in the air. Also, even though they were earlier, they're saying it was coming to PlayStation 5. Mm-hmm. Right now, Starfield's not looking great. And, we're hearing absolutely nothing about Starfield. I think they released an update. They're finally gonna check this minor thing. But
yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm interested to see how all this stuff unfolds. I'm interested to see the reception of Gears of War when it comes out. It's cool that Gears is coming the same day as Helldivers 2. I wonder which one is going to make the most money.
yeah, so Gears right now is the top of the pre-orders on PlayStation.
Mm-hmm. Should be. I mean, it's super old, but it was a great game. So I hope it's a good remake or upgrade. remaster or whatever. Well, it's not a remake, but I hope it's a good remaster.
And that's the crazy thing is Xbox is on the PlayStation Store killing it. All the top games are all Xbox games: Call of Duty, Gears of War, Forza, Easy, like.
You know what's crazy? It's a slap in the face to all the console warriors. Everybody said like, "Oh, Xbox got no games, right?" And then they're all buying Xbox games. That's funny.
Yeah, the only PlayStation exclusive at the top right now is Death Stranding 2, but that's for what time?
Which game?
Death Stranding 2.
Oh, yeah, I don't know why I don't look at Death Stranding as a PlayStation game.
Why don't you get that game? Like, skip Death Stranding 2 on GameFly.
Man, I ain't even on my GameFly. Maybe I'll put it on there. I did play the last one for a little bit. All right, so Obi mentioned this. So let's see it. I don't know if I care to get Obi. I feel like I was a big Gears of War fan, and it's just the same old game. I don't really play games twice. Not anymore. So I don't know if I would go back to play it. What was the walking simulator?
Death Stranding.
Oh yeah, Death Stranding.
Well, they said in the second one, you get a gun within 30 minutes.
It got action in the second one. It looks pretty cool.
And you get little vehicles and stuff to ride around.
Yeah.
Instead of walking. Because it takes like 200 hours to get the motorbike in the first game.
Gears of War was so epic. One of the most epic games I played in my life. But I don't know. I don't think I need to go back. I mean, honestly, it's gonna sound crazy, but Warhammer is such a knockoff of Gears of War. But I almost feel like if I play Gears and I play Warhammer,
Space Marine?
Yeah, Space Marine. It's
I think Warhammer was created long before Gears of War.
Yeah, but not the third person Space Warhammers.
I'm gonna say like Warhammer 40,000K. That's like probably as old as Dungeons and Dragons.
Resident Evil's Requiem. Yeah, you talking about like the board games and all that back in the day.
Yeah.
Ninja, he said, my heart is on that Ninja Gaiden 4. Yeah, Ninja Gaiden 4, man. Look, here's my thing. This is my favorite game in franchise, Resident Evil. And it's cool to see that this one is coming out in February. And it will have third person and first person. So that's kind of cool. I think they said it's really made for first person, but to give you the option is cool. This is more like story driven horror, But I'll have to pull up that Ninja Gaiden.
I'm gonna jump off of here.
All right, man. Well, look, FCAT, thanks for popping in as usual, and
Yep.
I'll see you. I'll see you in the Discord. And if any of you guys want to ever keep the conversation going, you definitely could jump in the Discord. We literally talk almost all day about all these same topics and blah blah blah. So, but I'll pull up my last thing for Obi, which would be that Ninja Gaiden 4. Now, I'll definitely be playing the Ninja Gaiden 4. Says Resident Evil is looking a little slow right now. Let me speed it up a little bit. There you go. This is what you came to see. me see. In 2, when that fell off the ceiling, I lost my mind, bro. Listen, I remember in Resident Evil 1 where the dogs bust through the window. One of the most terrifying things in my life. That was a crazy jump scare. So this is just looking super slow. Ooh, hold on. Let me go back to the big hole. Raccoon City. Hold on, let me run that back. If you guys know, you know. But Raccoon City was destroyed at the end of Resident Evil. Well, technically, I feel like it was destroyed at the end of 1 and 2. It's kind of weird that they had like 2 towns or something like that. It's kind of weird, but and so they're literally gonna go back to the old police station. Man, this looks so creepy. Wow. Resident Evil. Requiem. Let's go. All right, so let's pull up this Ninja Gaiden. February 27th. Or Gaiden. However you want to say it. Let's see. Release date, trailer, announcement here. Let's look at this. Check it out. Yeah, Ninja Gaiden is going to be dope. I was a big fan. This was the original Souls-like games. This game used to be hard as hell for no reason. But you didn't, you know what you know. You don't know what you don't know. That's just what you had back then. So it was what it was. You know, you just played a super hard game because the games were supposed to be super hard. And then over time, they just was like, okay, we got to make this more, more engaging with more people. And so they started dumbing games down, and which I actually prefer because I'm older now. I'm not trying to sit there and take super long to beat a game and then want to rip my hair out. He said, still play this game. But this is Ninja Gaiden 4, the new one coming out. But they got a shark with a ghost in his mouth. What type of nonsense is that? Yeah, it looks crazy. This was the game where you had to find the right super to use to beat a certain enemy. Ninja Gaiden 4. They're already showing the special deluxe stuff and everything. Oh, that's this year, October 21st. Wow. Are you fighting ninjas than jet? I know, right? Than ninjas in a helicopter with all the health potions. Yeah, that was, dude. You had to pull it together, man. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. That's what you call gaming back then. All right, guys. I think that's gonna be it for me. I don't know what I'm getting into next. Tuesdays I used to play Monster Hunter Wilds, but maybe I might play some games. Maybe I might hit up Murder and see if he's stage 14, bro, Rage stage. Man, I almost thought you said Streets of Rage. Oh, you're welcome, man. Thanks for popping in. I appreciate it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Tomorrow is We Wrestle Wednesdays, and we're gonna be definitely getting into the wrestling. If you guys into that, definitely come along. It's kind of crazy and zany. It's more just for like the guys who play every week for us to record and talk trash. But that's gonna be cool. I'll be back next week with another Keeping It Real with the Cowboy. Oh, also next week on Monday, I'll be back with a WWE SummerSlam recap show. So this week we actually did a prediction show. So we'll be back on that. We'll see who gets the most people right. And yeah, I got a lot more videos to put out. If you're a channel member, I've been putting out videos like crazy. I got, I think, like 12 videos here. Let's go give you guys a little preview of what I've been working on. I got like 12 videos, I think, for the channel members. Some that's really old that I need to eventually finally put out, but check it out. So you come to the channel, gaming, vlogging, podcast, movie review, product review, and more. And now your mama knows. So this is us streaming right now. You can become a channel member. Click the join right there. Here's videos for channel members only. So I got this I put out today, Ad Machine Review. Put out yesterday, Biggest Florida Flex Part 3. Yesterday I put out Biggest Florida Flex Part 2. I got the yard work. We got white rocks in the front. Biggest Florida Flex Part 1. I got Grumpy's restaurant we went to when Sandy's friend came to visit, Constance and Mondo. That was cool. Just a random Thursday in Florida. You see a crazy looking bird in my front yard. Bird is back from my mailbox. So I actually captured a bird building a nest in my mailbox a couple months ago. Well, he came back. So it's amazing. I got that on video. We tried Hawaiian pizza in Florida for the first time. The yard work video where I got rid of these flower pots. And I got a bunch of videos from Arkansas as well. So I got my popular videos, my highest videos, 113,000 views, and just a bunch of videos. And wow, look, my movie theater video now got 32,000 views. That is crazy. Let's see. And yeah, so check out my PlayStation Goes multi-platform video I put out. That's doing pretty good. 175 views for my channel is pretty good. Check out my video, man. If you were interested in getting the Z Fold 7, well, I give you my reasons on why I returned it after 2 days. That video in a few days, it got 208,000 views. Definitely a lot of love, but I think it's the timing was good. And the watch, I got the watch, returned it. That got 458 views. And you know, every movie I review is spoiler free. So check out my Fantastic Floor spoiler free review. And how to catch lizards. Yes, my wife and I, we got silly. We bought a little cage and we've been catching lizards, but we released them though. I think what we're going to do now is we're going to catch them and just put them in the cage with the top off. And if they, whenever they jump out, they jump out. And Hulk Hogan just passed away recently. So I got a video about, you know, Hulk Hogan. So rest in peace to him. So actually, let me bring that up because we didn't really talk about it on the show today. But yeah, man, in my lifetime, I always thought the biggest people in my life was Michael Jackson and Hulk Hogan. I always felt, man, when they die, that's going to feel crazy. Well, Michael Jackson died. I was talking to my daughter the other day. Didn't realize he died in 2009, so long ago. Didn't feel like it was that long. And then Hulk Hogan just passed away. So definitely really crazy when I look at it. Like, wow, Hogan passed away at 71 years old. Let me pull up something with Hulk Hogan. But as a kid, I got into wrestling because of my grandma and my grandfather. They used to watch it, and you know, they was big Hulk Hogan fans, you know, and so because of them, and it's crazy to think this guy has passed away now, and you know, death is real, so no one's getting off this planet alive. I always say, "What's up, Goon Squad?" Hey, Goon Squad, Goon Squad, Goon Squad. Bro, if you want to play Helldivers 2, we could do it. We could run it. I know we've been saying we'll play forever, but I'm free when I get off of here. If you want to play Helldivers 2, let me know. We can definitely play. So let me know. That would be the perfect game. I don't know what to play. I just sent back Killing Floor 3. And so definitely I would love to play that. But guys, let's check out, you know, Hulk Hogan. Man, he really was the immortal Hulk Hogan. He was in the movies. He was just pioneer wrestling. One of the the biggest shocker in wrestling history is still Hulk Hogan turning bad joining the NWO with Scott Hall and Kevin Nash. That is the biggest thing that happened in wrestling in my life. And I challenge anybody to tell me something that happened that was bigger. But yeah, he was a larger than life character. It definitely is the reason that I got into wrestling. And I watch wrestling. I've been watching wrestling every single week. I can't even remember the last time I didn't watch wrestling. So probably in '99 when I was in Job Corps, I was a little bit. I didn't watch it as much because I lived there. But yeah, man, definitely will always be the immortal one. And I know he definitely had some stuff in his past that people wasn't proud of, and he wasn't proud of. But I've always been fortunate to separate the person outside of their entertainment. So for me, like even when people brought up R. Kelly, I'm like, bro, if I hear R. Kelly song and it was one of my songs, I'm jamming. Like whatever he did, that's him on his own personal time. And whatever he created or whatever anybody created for entertainment, I'm able to enjoy the entertainment and not have to think who the real person is. Because one, I never met the real person. And I don't know the real person. I don't know why they did what they did, what pushed them to do what they did. So for me, I was always able to separate that, whether it was Michael Jackson, whether it was, is Prince gay, or no matter who it was, what it was, R. Kelly, like that stuff is cool to talk about, but I never let it stop me from being entertained. So. But yeah, let me see what Goon Squad said. Let me eat and stuff, and I'll get on. All right, cool. Let me know. Oh, my man Dodger and Hell Divers 2 sounds like fun. I may appear. Yeah, I mean, definitely getting on because that, you know what, I'm gonna play it regardless because that game I've been saying I want to play, and it's been forever. Matter of fact, I should probably stream it because I haven't played it in forever, and so I'll be giving my first impressions of the update, the game being updated. So I'll do that regardless. But yeah, it's Hulk Hogan. I just want to definitely pull it up, talk about Hulk Hogan, and just respect him as a wrestler and what he did in wrestling, and feel bad for his family and his loved ones. But I think they said that his daughter still wasn't speaking to him, and so that was one thing. I know his son and him was very close. His son moved to Florida to be near him. I actually seen his son one time. We went to Clearwater, and we was in like the Tampa area. We was walking down the strip, and we seen his son standing in front of a restaurant or whatever, surf shop or whatever it is. So that was actually cool. I didn't speak to him, but there's a Wild Branch or update. No, I've still been updating it. So my game is probably updated to the most recent thing, but I just haven't played all of that stuff in forever. So it'd be really cool to kind of check it out. The next update we're about to get with dragons. Wait, what? A dragonfly bug? Oh, that's wild. That is definitely wild. Yeah, let me actually pull up some video on Hell Divers 2. Also, will be a game that is going to Xbox on the 26th. Yeah, I'll actually play that video. And I'm happy for the Xbox people. They get a chance to play this game because it is really fun. It's just a weird game because whenever I play it, I'm enjoying it. And then whenever I'm not playing it, I don't have any care to turn it back on. It's kind of strange. But when I'm playing it, I'm like loving it. But I think what's cool for Xbox players, they're going to get the game like with all this content. So they're going to be able to play it, not when it was bare bones. They're going to have a plethora of content. So I hope it does great on Xbox. I think it is a really good game. I actually wanted my wife to try it because it's third person. So I thought she might actually be able to have fun with it. I know they got like a little online campaign where some PlayStation players are like, oh, when we get on, we're gonna kill all the Xbox people. But I feel like it's 4 people in a match anyway. Like you ain't really doing much. You might get in there with 3 Xbox people and be one, PlayStation person. So anyway, guys, that is it. I'm gonna get off, but yeah, I'll be streaming in a little bit. I'll stream a little bit of Helldivers 2 since I haven't played it forever. But I thank you guys for all being a part of the show. Be back next week Tuesday with some more content, some more stuff to talk about, gaming, and anything else, you name it. Again, tomorrow is We Wrestle Wednesdays. I see y'all for that. With that being said, and now your mama knows. Oh, man. All right. See y'all in the next one. Break the tape.
I'll make you famous.
Because I'm a cowboy! Oh, man.
And now your mama knows.
Bruce, unleash the baby god dragon!